Hello and welcome everyone. It's A Squared Gamer back with another one. And of course, we are going to be playing another day of Crusader Kings 3. Unfortunately, my voice is not up to par. Let me lower the volume here on the music. Let's get right into it. Yeah, my voice is... I'm not losing my voice, but I have a tickle at the back of my throat, so I think I'm about to get sick. There are a couple people around me that have been sick recently, so hopefully that's not what this is causing it. I was resting it all day, hoping that I wouldn't feel it by the time I started stream, but it's still there, that little tickle in the back of my throat. But we're just going to power through it. But it probably means that it's gonna be a short stream today. Because I started late, first of all, and because if I had to guess, I might lose my voice at some point within like the next couple hours. Ugh, I had to take off my sweater. I was wearing a sweater. It's not really that... It's not that cold. It's not cold at all, actually. It's kind of warm. But yeah, where was I? So we have this kingdom. We did a bunch of administration, and then after the administration was done, I did something else during last stream. But what was it that I did? I don't remember. Oh, we're doing schemes. What are these schemes about? I'm murdering... Oh, because she has claims on my land. Meanwhile, why am I kidnapping this person? Oh, he's my vassal. Yes. He's the only person who has power within my petty kingdom outside of me. I own every single holding except for this city. Right here. And if you play, your character is really not allowed to hold cities. You can hold castle holdings, but you cannot hold cities or temples. Temples are usually held by a holy leader. I believe this is my council religious leader. Yes. So he's responsible for all the temples in my territory. Do I only have the one? Okay, I only have the one. This county of Amdo has a castle, a city, and a temple. Meanwhile, the barony of Garco here only has one holding, a castle, so that's held by me. And then the barony of Kozelhoma only has one holding, everything else is empty. It just has this castle. And then both baronies can hold 3. So I will build a temple and a city on the 2 empty holdings at some point in the future. Those are plans for the far off future. Far off, meaning not now. For now, though, Kozelhoma is not getting me any money. Probably because of the low control. And so while these schemes are happening, another thing I can do is work on control. Amdo has 85. Garco has 65. Kozelhoma has 0. This guy's currently working on Amdo, which is already at 85, so it's going to take him a year to get it to 100. We might as well not waste that year's time and have him focus on Kozelhoma. 63 years. Oh, well, that's not good. I'll have him work on it, though, because he has a chance of getting rid of this control decline -1 per month. That is why it's going to take 63 years. But if this modifier disappears, then that 63 years will go up or down, depending on how you look at it. It'll be less than 63. So he can work on that until that modifier disappears, and then I'll shift him back to try and get 100% in one of these two areas. Actually, that will take him 3 years. This will take him a year. Actually, I'll let him finish Ando just so that we can get our taxes maxed out here. It's reduced by 14% currently. Although it is going up by 1.23. This one's going up by 0.1. This one's going down by 0.9 per month. Yeah, so if I have him focus on Kozahoma, Amdo is still going up by 0.2 per month. 0.1 per month, and now 0.13 per month. Yeah. So I think it's in my best interest to keep him here in Kozahoma. So you can focus on that. Meanwhile, if I need money, my spy master, my player heir and son here, is finding secrets in other people's courts. And then once he finds the secret, I can blackmail people and demand payment for that hook. And that is how we currently make money. Because it's not coming from our holdings. Right now our holdings are giving us 1.7 gold per month. Our monthly expenses are 1.4, so we're only making 0.3 gold per month if it was just up to our holdings. Although our vassal taxes and our church holdings are also giving us some money, we only have that one vassal, the guy we're trying to kidnap. So the money's not coming from him. Meanwhile, I have 6 messages. My children can get married, but they're not married yet because I need to get them married to someone who's intelligent. Unfortunately, there are no intelligent women in the world. At least not in my area. And that's the reason why he's not married. And it's also the reason why Mutik is not married, because Mutik is the same. He's intelligent. And so I need to find 2 intelligent women so I can marry them to my 2 sons, who are currently adults but unmarried. Oh, this is Nima. No, right now my hope for the world affairs is that U falls apart. If U falls apart, I can take the rest of the county or the Duchy of Amdo. Because I currently hold the capital of the Duchy of Amdo, which is the county of Amdo here. Meanwhile, Guge over here also has the remaining land that belongs to the Duchy of Konyi. If you look at the duchy titles, this is the land that's supposed to belong to Konyi. And this is the land that I hold. So as you can see, U has a little bit of it, and Guge has another county. So there's 2 counties missing from my duchy. One in U, Sewa, and then one in Guge, which is Garkung. I need both of these, Garkung and Sewa. So let's unpause, let time go by. I am not stressed, so I don't need to go on a hike. However, is there any other activity I can hold at the moment? Ooh, someone is holding a grand tournament. Oh, that is far. I'll arrive 6 months late, even making haste. Mercenary guards will give me plus 10 travel speed. Yeah, they're the only one that gives me travel speed, so how about I hire them? I'll arrive in 12 months, but that will still be 2 months late. So it's unfortunate, but I cannot make it in time. So no grand tournament for me. I could hold one myself, but I don't have the money for it at the moment. Why can I not do an inspection? And share. Oh, I need the inspection perk. Okay. Well, I could go on a pilgrimage. Helps me gain legitimacy. And I do have the pilgrim trait, and I haven't gotten another pilgrimage. But here's the question. I currently have some schemes ongoing. Will going on a pilgrimage pause the schemes? That is the question. 135 gold. I still don't, that's more gold than I have. Never mind. Let's just unpause and let time move on. Tidbits from far away. Visiting the local market, a merchant from a faraway land catches my attention. Come closer, my lord. Marvel at treasures never before seen in these lands. Snuck right past the guards responsible for these beauties. A true knower of people. That's me. This merchant might have more to give me than marvels from afar. Must be interesting traveling as much as you do. Diplomacy challenge, 100% success chance. I gain learning to read people for 3 years. Hostile schemes are 5 days faster. And I gain 50 intrigue lifestyle. Or she will tell me what she knows. I gain dread. I gain learning to read people. I gain only 25 intrigue. But the county might gain threatened merchants. And before, when I was adventurer, I didn't care what counties gained what modifiers. But now that the county actually belongs to me, I do care. So we're not going to threaten the merchant. They should cover both trinket and information. So I lose 50 gold. Gain learning to read people and 50 intrigue. 50 intrigue. Yeah, so it's the same as the first option, except now I have to pay gold instead of taking a challenge. I would much rather take the challenge, seeing as how it's a 100% success chance. So let's go with this. Convince the merchant to share her insights with me. And I gain learning to read people for 3 years. Personal physician's knowledge increased. So my second wife here gained 10 trade experience and now is physician. She's still far from level 1, from becoming just a physician. For now, she's still a novice. I paused because my schemes advanced. This chiefess gained 10 advantages. And she's the one with the claims on my kingdom. So let's go ahead and murder her. Execute with confidence. A cask of wine. Chiefess Selema has been sent to Yami's faithful embrace. Yami is the king of the underworld. A thorn in my side no longer, thank Kama. The plan was elegant in its simplicity. I invited Selema over for drinks, knowing all too well that she would not be able to stop until blindly drunk. Then, the fool followed me without protest into the basement and promptly fell asleep. She didn't even stir as my servants built up a wall to seal the entrance to the room forever. Thankfully, though there will always be whispers, my involvement in the crime remains unknown. May she rest in peace inside my wall. Ooh, I lost stress because she's my rival? I don't actually know why I lost stress. No, she's not my rival. I mean, may she rest in peace regardless. Disappeared without a trace. On your orders. Ha ha ha. Yeah, so she's dead. Let the game move a couple days so that I can recalculate everything that comes from this. She was allied to her husband. That's good to know, I guess. And now her son. Okay, so her husband is still the chieftain. And her son should not have any claims on me. Nope. He has no claims. House Jatanak. This is the house that I have to destroy. Let's look at the family tree here. Is this the house? Did I kill this guy? No. Hold on. I'm confused. Let's go back. I killed her mother. House Tong is the house I have to kill. So I killed her. Oh, they've got two lines that are perfectly parallel with each other. So this guy had two children, and then each of these two children, their entire bloodline has only had one child, going all the way down. At least the second child only has had one child, and each one only has one child all the way down. Meanwhile, the first child originally only had one child until this generation where they had two, but this one didn't have any children. And this one, his daughter, kept having one child, and they were all women. Okay. So the second son only had one son in each generation, and they were all, like I said, boys. They were all one son. Up until Shi Miyose here, who's the first daughter in this branch of the family tree. Meanwhile, the first branch here only had one son as well until this guy, who had one son and one daughter. The son didn't have any children, but the daughter only had one child. And then every single one following that was one daughter per generation. Up until the one I just killed, who had two. And I already killed one of hers. Did High Chiefess... High Chiefess has 3 children, but none of them belong to her house. So I can ignore them for now. But Brizalda... Ooh, Brizalda is the one I have to worry about. Okay, so Brizalda, still a Tong. Are her children also Tongs? No, they're Jatanaks. Okay, she only has one child with her current spouse. She's the mother of High Chiefess Doma. Huh. Who was her previous spouse? Oh, the King of U. The previous King of U. Okay. She has no claims, though. So you know what? I'll forgive your family. I'm not going to keep harping on you guys. As long as all the claims are gone, that's really all I care about. Is that all I care about? Do I want a generational beef between our two families? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. You are forgiven. So now if I look at my land, the Petty Kingdom of Koni, and if I look at the claimants, it is just my children. No one else has a claim on any of my land. Or at least not on my Petty Kingdom. What about the counties within my kingdom? No, none for Kozahoma. None for Garko. And then the only county left is Amdo, which does have a bunch of claimants. Yeah. The house, the Sumpa house? What's up with this house? Why are you named after our culture? When did this guy die? Born 720. So now let's look at our culture and see whether our culture existed before 720. Isn't there a way to check when the culture was created? I thought there was. If it doesn't have a date, that means it was a long, long time ago. And so no, that house did not create the culture, so how dare they call their house Sumpa. Other than that, what else was I looking at? Oh, right, my county. Seeing who has a claim on it. The owners of the Duchy of Amdo, who don't have the capital county of Amdo, they're obviously after it. But then that's it. And all their claims are unpressed. That means if they die, their children will not inherit their claims. But the question now is, who are these guys? See, Doi's up there. That's up there. That's there. Yeah, they're all within the Duchy of Amdo. Yeah, this is the Duchy of Amdo. Okay. So I should be safe for now. I can declare war on... Ooh. I could take Amdo. No, they'd be able to bring 4,000, even though he only has 800 soldiers. But all his allies would come in and get involved. I don't like that. Nima does not have any allies, so I could attack Nima. I'll hold off on that for now, though. What I want to do is try and see if I can convert people to my faith at the... Yeah, because the Ari faith is down here with the Pagan Duchy. The only place that has the Ari faith on the map. And so let's try and spread the Ari faith. I'm already spreading my... Wait, I'm not spreading my culture because I don't need to. I'm already in my culture. And so, what are my counselors currently focusing on? Taxes. If I have him promote culture here, how long would that take? 7 years? No, you can focus on taxes. Because that brought my taxes down to 0.6 per month. So if I have him collect taxes, 0.7 per month. Oh, that's not even that big of a difference. In that case, yeah, 7 years, you can focus on converting that. I'm only losing 0.1 gold per month. And I am currently working on control over here as well. So it shouldn't be too bad. Meanwhile, 10 days until this guy, and this guy is converting faith in my capital. Okay, everyone is doing what they should. My wife is sick. Oh, she is 5 years older than me, and she was frail. Now she's ill at 58, so she's definitely in poor health. She's been malnourished the whole time I've known her, she's been malnourished. You would think after she became the wife of a camp leader and then petty king. That's not my title. What's my title? A Prabhu. That she would, eat better and not be malnourished. But I guess you can't just tell someone, hey, have you tried not being malnourished? This seems like that doesn't work. Color me surprised. Let's unpause. Try and get this up to, it's at 95%. My dear father, in my work at the court of High Chief Testoma, I have failed to find any secrets. Okay, so this is pay for a hook. We're not going to do that. As long as he knows how easily I could have been his enemy. Yeah. So he gains 30 opinion on me. Who is this guy? He is the marshal of High Chief Testoma. And her antiquarian. High Chief Testoma is the ruler of Nima down here, my bordering kingdom. So yeah, that's good. No secrets found there. So then let's have my spy master focus on finding secrets up here in Garkung. See if we can take it at some point. Where is the capital of Guge? Oh, it's all the way over here. So he's currently trying to find secrets there. And that would take 6 months. Okay, it's very quick. So let's continue. We just need to wait 15 more days for 30 more days for 2 more advantages. And then we can abduct this guy. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted. Because he's working on control in this county over here, this county has now lost the negative modifier it used to have. Lackluster administration, which gave it -1 to control decline per month. Now with that gone, we're making 1.13 because he's focusing on it. So control will go up by 1 per month. Got going by 0.1. But it does have aided peasants, which increases popular opinion of me. Yeah, right now popular opinion is not good because they consider my faith evil. And so it's at -20. That also does not help with control. Amdo, the capital, is at +3. Because they still consider me evil, but I have a ruler of the people. So that helps. And Gil? What is Gil? Oh, my religious leader. Alms and pacification, so that's helping. But yeah, now that that county has lost its negative modifier, that should mean it won't take 63 years anymore. No, it'll take 7 years to get it up to 100 control. 100% control. And that's why I put him there even though it said 63 years. Turns out, at the end of the day, I was justified. Now let's go back to the scheme. 2 days until the next advantage. Okay, so now we should be able to execute the scheme. Execute with confidence. My agents tell me that this guy is traveling within the Gangni. I have arranged for some brigands to interrupt her little journey and make sure she arrives here instead. Okay, it'll cost me 15 gold to hire the brigands, but soon she will be at my mercy. 95% chance. Highway attack. They were successful. I hope she likes her new quarters. Okay, so that is all the schemes. Meanwhile, I think I can still abduct people and then ransom them out. So let me abduct the High Chieftain of Sadoy here. Ooh, that would be hard. But I could fabricate a hook and that would be easy. Yeah, I just need a hook. I don't need to kidnap them. I just need a hook so that then I could then demand payment for that hook. So let's be balanced about it. Jeanwa, his own spy master, is more than willing to join, more than happy to join. So he can be the outcast. 42. Oh, he has 50 if he's the thief. So he can be the thief. Yeah, that is his best position. So he can be the thief. I don't need to offer him anything for him to join. So now my success chance is already at 95% max, which is the max. So now I don't even need the outcast. I can just hire an infiltrator, because currently the schemes take 4 months. So his own tutor is willing to be an infiltrator. That takes 31 days off the phase, which is, you know, basically a month. It might be 30 days the month, or it might be 31, but 31 covers every month. So it should go down to 3 months per phase. Yep, now it's 3 months per phase. And then the footpad, Shatis, will reduce it by 32 days. So that should go down to 2 months per phase. This is his wife. What would it take for me to hire his wife? 12 gold. Cannot leave voluntarily until the year 909. But the whole point of doing this is to demand payment from him, and so I don't think I want to bribe her. I could use 3 advantages instead. But no. It's just for an extra 13 days faster phase. We'll just go with, why is this guy Vijaya always disappointing me? He thinks it's too dangerous. Are you cowardly? You are. Spineless planner. That makes sense. We'll have Shatis be the footpad. And now 45 days per phase. So it's not even a full 2 months, which would be 60 days. Or 61 days or 62. Now it's 45 days per phase. It's not too long. And then we don't need to look out either, because we have a 10-month grace period where the scheme will not be discovered. So the secrecy doesn't matter for the next 10 months. So that is good enough for that. Meanwhile, we will go to Ooh. Who is his primary heir? This kid. He's got 0. His wife, though, 21 gold. I don't know where she got it. Oh, his wife isn't even in Ooh, she's in Nima at the moment. Well, let's go with Aksay. 13. His primary heir has 0. His wife has 0. What about Nagormo? 143. That's definitely worth it. Very easy. Let's fabricate a hook. The only member of my court that I used as an agent here was Shatis. The other 2 were members of Drogon's own court. And so if I can get away with doing that here, that would be perfect. Casa is his own spy master, just like this guy Jeanwa. So she'd give me 44 in outcast, 34 in thief. And then his caravan master would give me 31 as an infiltrator. Vijaya, finally. He's not too scared. Oh, he is still scared. Just not as scared as he was with the last guy. So he can be the footpad. Along with Chomo. Those are not repeats. So let's go ahead and do that. His caravan master. This goes from 4 months down to 3. And then the footpad will be Vijaya. And it'll go from 3 months per phase down to 38 days per phase. And again, we don't need to look out because we have a 10-month grace period. And now we just need the success chance agents to get this max from 45 to up to 95. So I think I saw Casa's highest is Outcast. An outcast can be a great insider. After all, who questions why a wretch languishes in the shadows, or how a beggar chooses which window to wait under? Yeah, so she can be the outcast. She is his spy master, after all. And that gets me to 89%. Have I used... Oh yeah, Vijaya. I was about to ask, have I used anyone from my court? And I did. I used Vijaya. And now for success chance, I only need like 6% more to get to the max of 95. So if I can use someone else that's not my courtier, I will. And Sangmo here is his marshal. So let's use her. Him? Her. Let's use her. I didn't know women could be marshals. The Gainlow culture. Yeah, martial men only. She doesn't have any modifiers that would make it. Huh. Interesting. Either way, you can be my thief. And now we're at 95%. 42 days. Wait, how is it 42 days? I thought it was 38. If I remove her, and I remove her, 38. Yeah, so if I add an outcast, it adds a day? Why? It doesn't say it does. How about if I make her my thief? Will this still be 38 days? That goes up to 42, so how about if I don't hire Casa at all? Sangmo. Yeah, it's still 38 days. It looks like it's a Casa problem. She adds by herself 4 days per phase. So if I don't use Casa, now I need 19 success chance. I can use his own holy leader. Yep, and it's still 38 days and I'm still at 95%. So we'll go with that instead. And now the only two courtiers of mine that I'm using in these two schemes are Shatis, who's a treacherous villain, and Vijaya, who's a spineless planner. So now the whole point of these two schemes is to make up something that I can blackmail them with. I'll just invent something out of nothing and then blackmail them with it and then demand payment once they accept the blackmail. And if they decline the blackmail, do I still get prestige? When I was an adventurer, I got prestige when exposing secrets. Do I still get that? No, I don't. So I don't get anything when exposing secrets. I can extort my subjects. I should have done that to my mayor before I decided to kidnap him. But let's go to that mayor because I did kidnap him. Oh, I do have a good doctor. And she's pregnant, even though she's 49. Yes, that's why I married her off, because she's fecund, which increases years of fertility by 5. So instead of 45, she can get pregnant until she's 50. Hopefully, whatever child she has is also fecund. That is the goal. But she would be a good doctor. She does not have the physician trait, though. But she is a wise woman with 24 learning, and that is what's increasing best. Also, the 3-star astute intellectual is increasing it. Why is that a virtue? What is her faith? Literalism? Yeah, literalism makes learning traits a virtue. So every single learning trait is a virtue. This would be 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, and then the scholar trait, which I believe is part of the learning perks. Learning, yeah, scholars right here. All of those would be virtues. How long until I can switch my focus? Does it tell me when I can switch? No, it doesn't tell me when I can switch away from this. Oh well. I'm sure I'll know at some point in the future. For now, though, I was focusing on the person I have in prison. Okay, so I captured you because you are the mayor of this city. I want this city for myself. So, if I revoke your title, I cannot do it because I don't have limited crown authority. And so, do you have money? 323. So, if I kill her, if I banish her, act of tyranny. How much will she pay for ransom? 30 gold. I would like the 30 gold and the hook. So then I could demand payment for that hook. Should I take the gold or the hook? I'll take the gold. Yeah. Hopefully all of this doing will make her health even poorer than it currently is. And she dies. But I have to know as soon as she dies. Because as soon as she dies, I need to take this city. Looks like I cannot just revoke her title. Because I need limited crown authority for that. And my culture currently does not allow me to have limited crown authority. Yeah, we need plenary assemblies. Which is what our current head of culture is focusing on. But it will still take around 33 years for us to actually get it. Yeah, he's currently focusing on plenary assemblies. But he only has 7 learning. His health is not his health. His learning is incredibly poor. This guy. He has 7 counties of our culture, which is why he is the culture head. I only have 2. So even if I were to get rid of him... Oh, that is not what I meant. I want the Duchy of Amdo. Claimants. So if he dies, Zedoy will take it over. Oh, but he has a daughter. It's his only child is his daughter. So what if I betroth her daughter to my son. Pungse? Child of a concubine. Oh, she doesn't even have a title. She's just his woman. But they're not lovers. Oh yeah, concubine. There it is. Yeah, so unlike my culture or my religion, his religion has one wife and then a bunch of concubines. Yeah, concubines. My marriage type is polygamy, not concubines. So they're all considered my wives. But in this one, there's only the one wife, and then everyone else is a concubine. Okay, so this is his wife, and then these are just concubines. Meanwhile, here they're secondary spouses, so they actually get the wife title. So my first wife is a Mahila, but my second wife is also a Mahila. They both gain the title of being my wife. But why am I talking about this? Oh yeah, because this guy's the culture head, so I was wondering if I could marry his daughter, but no, it doesn't look like it. I don't have any younger sons. I would like to get rid of this vassal, though. Oh, wait. I think I just figured out how to do that. If I marry her... How old is she? She's 65 and she's about to die. So if I arrange her marriage... Wait, can I marry her? Will not accept. Oh, her faith does not allow polygamy. Because she's Karwe Bompo. Okay, so if I demand her conversion, she might accept. She probably won't. She's at minus 131. Meanwhile, I give her plus 60. So she's at minus 71. So demand conversion. Let's see if that works. I will not bargain. Hold on. So she gives me. No, she gets a hook on me. And converts. That's fine. So now she has a hook on me. But she's 65 and poor health. That really doesn't matter. Instead, let's have her become my third wife. Someone's trying to kill Selbar, my friend. He's 64 and poor health. So they must be really impatient. Okay. Excellent. So now she is my wife. And so if she dies, I believe the city will then go to me. A lot of loud music in a car driving by my window. I think you guys definitely heard it because my mic was showing that it registered the music. But yeah, back to this. I think if now she dies for some reason, cough cough, if she dies, the city will go to me. That is my belief. Let's see if it works out. I cannot try and murder her now because I have two schemes going. I can only have two schemes. Technically, I can only have one, but my schemer perk allows me to have one more scheme. No, the perk before schemer. Twice schemed allows me to have 1+1 to hostile schemes. Yeah, so now I can have a max of 2. And I already have 2, so I cannot murder her. However, she's in poor health, so she might just die on her own. However, me having 3 wives, does that increase my piety? I think it does. Because it hurts me when I have too few spouses. So now that I have 3, that might make it better. But yeah, let's start moving time. Get some of these schemes working. I'm already at 95% on both. So as soon as this phase ends, I think I can do both. Nima comes of age. I am proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. Despite always seeming to seek authority and order, Nima has not become as proficient as expected in the administration of lands and people. Few would be impressed by her understanding of the subject, but she has at least developed a sound grasp on the basics of management and the beginnings of a sensible frugality. So she only had 2-star thrifty clerk. Who's she betrothed to? Why is she betrothed to this guy? Oh, because he's also intelligent. And he's loyal. And lustful. So they're going to have a bunch of intelligent children. And it has a chance of being upgraded into genius. So they grow up fast. And her stewardship should go from 16 to something else. But first, let me execute this scheme. Seize the moment with our 5 advantages. Foul words. I have started a series of vicious rumors against High Chieftain Sung. None of them are true, and someone should decry them as the obvious lies they are. What better way for that someone to have Sung in their debt? I must stand up to this injustice, of course. I spend 100 piety because I just made up a lie. Ooh, I get a strong hook on him. Ho ho ho! That is much better than expected. And of course I spend the 100 piety because I just made up a vicious rumor and then stepped out to defend him from that rumor that I created. So yeah, that's going to cost me some piety, but I get a strong hook. That is more than worth it. Because now I can demand payment for that hook. He has 149 gold, so he'll give me 50. And because it's a strong hook, it does not disappear when I use it. It just goes on cooldown for 5 years. But I can use it again in 5 years and demand more payment from him. So that is perfect in every way. That went as good as I could have ever hoped. Meanwhile, my daughter has 16 stewardship, so I will unpause the game. It will recalculate her new trait. And then we'll see what her new stewardship is. Okay, so now it's 18. And now they are betrothed, so now they can get married. And it is a matrilineal marriage, so this guy will come to me. He'll come to my court. Send the proposal. And he accepts. May Parvati bless their union. And now they are married. Fickle, lustful, but he is forgiving. 16 learning. He's loyal. He's 35, which is more than double her age. But he's loyal and he's forgiving. And he's intelligent just like her. But he's also lustful, which increases fertility by 25%. So they should have a bunch of intelligent children. I can't wait. She also has a pet dog. Do all my children have pet dogs? Sumnang has one. Pungse has one. Mutik does not have one. But that's probably because he's delicate. Timinrong has one. Zenji has one. Nima, we just saw, has one. And Senma. Yeah, all of my children have a pet dog except for Mutik, who is delicate. The trait is congenital. He got it from his mother, who was frail. She's of a fragile physique. So this is the second level of this negative trait. And it is inheritable. Her son got the first level, so it's almost gone. Not him. Zenji? Wait, did he... Is he not... Mutik. Mutik, yeah. Yeah, so he got the first level. It's almost gone. So hopefully his children will no longer get that trait. But yeah, he's 17. Are there still no intelligent women? No, still no intelligent women. And we are about to execute this scheme. But before we do, let me get a hook on High Chiefess here. Fabricate a hook on her. Oh, not Star. Fabricate a hook on her. Playing as an entry character is just free money. Especially once you've gotten all the perks down the schemer tree. Once you've gotten all of these perks, it is free money all the way. I love playing entry characters. Oh yes, her. So I need an outcast. Ooh, okay. Her steward here would give me 28 success. As a thief, her steward would give me 40 success. So he can be the thief. And now we're at 85%. So the outcast only needs 10% to get to 95. I could have my player heir and son, who's also my spy master, but we're not going to do that. Preferably, I would like someone who's not my courtier. I would like someone from her court. Her seneschal here will give me 18, and we're already at 85. So if you do the math, that's 103. But it's capped at 95, so it's at 95%. And then the infiltrator, let's see, Karse is the highest there. And the highest footpad is the high chieftain. Oh, her husband? Yeah, her husband. Oh, he can be convinced, but he's not willing to. I have to offer him something. So who's actually the highest here? It would be my player Aaron's son. Okay. So the infiltrator can be Karse. Her caravan master. That'll remove 35 days. So now each phase will take 57 days. And now if I add my son, that'll go down to 29. Yep, so 29 days per phase. I'm already at 95%. So I just need one more scheme to execute. So in a month, I'll be able to execute this scheme. And then in 5 days, I'll be able to execute this one. And now I'm scheming upon all my neighbors. And then there was something else I wanted to do, wasn't there? Oh. Yeah, there are no intelligent women for him to marry. Am I stressed out? No, I am not. I have messages. Yeah, just that they can get married, I know. There are no intelligent women, so I can't really do anything about it. Okay, let's unpause. 5 days. Now we can execute this scheme. Hopefully we get a hook on this guy. Seize the moment. A compromising situation. He's naked, so it's definitely compromising. Everyone gets naked sometime. The hard part is ensuring that the troop of jugglers enter High Chieftain Drogon's chambers at just the right time, and that there are enough servants around to speculate about the ensuing chaos. I suspect Drogon will do anything to prevent me from stoking the flames of the following rumors. Yeah, so I spend 150 prestige. Ugh, speaking with jugglers again. Send in the entertainers! And I got a weak hook on him. So then I can demand payment for that hook. He has 113 gold. I'll get 50. And then I cannot fabricate a hook on him again. For it has a cooldown, right? So for 2 years, I cannot fabricate a hook on him. That's fine. What about his wife? Nope. Okay, let's go within the Duchy of Amdo. So the Count of Zedoy here. Let's fabricate a hook on him. And now, let's see. Outcast. Shatis. Thief. Shatis. I could convince his wife, but that would cost me. So Shatis is a 35 outcast, 32 thief. Sisupala would be 24. And then this was my former chief cook. Now my courtier and friend. She would be 27. Yeah, so let's go with Shatis here. Oh, let's not use her. Let's see if I can use someone from his court. Since I only need 15 to get to 95%. Oh, I guess his courtiers actually like him because there's no one here. Oh, I spoke too soon. His own spy master. But that's 14. Wait, do I have a hook on him? I have a strong hook on him. Huh. I do remember this guy. I did a contract for him a long time ago when I was an adventurer. He's still alive at 77 years old. Okay. So let's invite him. And that gets me to 94%. Close enough. Meanwhile, the infiltrator. Oh, wait. He might be a better infiltrator. Let's remove him from here for now. And look at infiltrator. Tisupala has 26. The footpad. Dorji would be 30. Okay, so Dorji can be the footpad. 3 months per phase. And then Tisupala. It's been a while since he was willing to join in on one of my schemes. Glad to have you back. And now it's 35 days per phase. And now let's go back and make this guy her spy master. Let's make him the thief. 94%. Okay. So now we have 35 days until this scheme, 24 days until this scheme. Oh, what's this? Wipe slate. Am I still gallows bait? I am still gallows bait. Okay, let's wipe the slate. 175 gold. It's a good thing I'm making so much money, but it also costs 150 piety. I'm losing a lot of that. But yeah, let's wipe the slate. What is my experience in these two? I have 15 thief experience, 10 marauder. So let's get rid of thief, lower that experience, and that'll get it down to 0. And now my gallows bait trait, the only experience left is in marauder. And then once I get rid of that, I should be able to remove that trait entirely. Yeah. I'm 53, my health is fine, so I should last long enough to get rid of it. Recruit for a court position by champions or by claimants. No, okay. I think that's enough for those decisions. And 17 days. Okay, so now we can execute this scheme. Seize the moment. A daring rescue. Would it not be wonderful if High Chiefess Doma owed me, not out of fear, but out of gratitude? If I, for example, were to save her from vicious bandits while she was out traveling? Indeed, vicious bandits like the men currently waiting outside the castle gate. I would charge in with my guards at the last moment, driving them off and leaving Doma in a life debt to me. So simple, yet so convincing. That would cost me 50 gold for a weak hook. I don't like that. This is not worth it, but it doesn't look like I can do anything else, because the scheme was successful already. Alright, can you pay me back? She has 98 gold. Okay, so she'll pay me 50. So in the end of the day, I did all of that for nothing, because it cost me 50 gold to hire the bandits, and then 50 gold that she paid me back for a weak hook. So it's now disappeared. At the very least, there was no opinion loss, but still, that was incredibly not worth. She has concubines. Okay. Because she is the High Chiefess, so she has concubines. Which is probably why her husband was willing to get involved in the scheme. But he himself is a child of a concubine. Okay. So who's next? How about I go to Guge, High Chieftain Gecko here. Have I already done something to you? I have not. But it would only be easy, not very easy. That's fine. Let's see here. Vijaya would be a good outcast. His spy master would give me 50 as the thief. That alone will get me to 95. So I just need him. And there, I'm at 95. By the way, the reason it starts at 45% is because I'm getting 21% from my intrigue stat and 25% from my perk. A job done right. Initial hostile scheme success chance plus 25%. And of course, my intrigue is at 47, best in the world. And so that also increases my initial success chance before I even add any agents. And so with his 50, that gets me up to 95. And now I need to lower the 5 months per phase. So let's get an infiltrator. One of his concubines is willing to get in on this. How about footpad Vijaya? And is this a different concubine or the same? Yidongma? Tsumoto. Those are two different concubines. Oh no, she's not a concubine. She's his doctor. Oh, that's even worse. Well, I don't actually know if that's worse. One sleeps with you, the other one pokes you all the time with needles. So I'm not sure which one would be worse to have scheming against you. Either way, I'll have both. His concubine can be the infiltrator, reduced to 4 months, and then his doctor can be the footpad. A purse, a throat, a groin. There's a lot of things you can take a knife to in a back alley if you pick your moment right. Okay, so that's what a footpad does. She can do that, and then each phase is still 3 months long, so that's unfortunate. But that's fine. 32 plus 27 days, that cuts a full 2 months out. Right, that's 59 days. And the initial phase was 5 months long, so 3 months sounds about right. And that will do it. Let's have 11 days until we can execute this scheme. I let an extra day go by mistake. I should probably improve my military. Nah, I'm good. I have an alliance that protects me. Who's my alliance to again? I think it's Mletshaha. Oh, Tomara. Yeah, he has 3,000 soldiers. Where is Tomara? Oh, yes. They're over here to protect me from the Guges. From Guge and from Guge. That way, if they decide to attack me here on their eastern border, they will then get attacked by Tomara on their western border. I'll pincer them. Yeah, either one of these two countries. Kingdoms? Duchies? What are they? Galpos. So that's where that alliance comes from. But how does that alliance come about? That is the better question. Uh-huh. She's betrothed to one of my sons. She's quick. That makes sense. Her parents are not, though. So she got that out of nowhere. Although her mother does have high learning. As does her father. Wow, 32 learning. So neither one of them are quick, but they're very learned. So that's probably why she ended up being quick. At least that's my headcanon makes me think that way. I don't know if the game actually works that way, but that's how I'd like to think about it. Let's execute this scheme. Seize the moment. A secret. Count Trideopo has something to hide, it would seem. Lucky for me, I don't have to be quite as creative with how I get him in my grip. So I'm not even fabricating a hook. I actually learned an actual secret that he has while trying to fabricate some made-up scenario. So all I have to do is let him know what I know. Or I can keep it close to the chest for now. And that's a murder secret that I have. Instead of a hook, I get the murder secret. And I think a murder secret will give me a strong hook. So instead of letting him know what I know and getting a weak hook, I can just keep the secret and then blackmail him for a strong hook. I think that's how that would work. Or I could expose it, but why would I do that? That would be completely against the point. So I'll keep this close to my chest for now. And now I have that secret. So if I blackmail him, 80% chance he'll accept. Oh, it's still a weak hook? I thought it would be a strong hook. I should have just accepted the hook then. I should have just let him know what I know. But now there's a 20% chance that he'll decline. And that's not good for me. I didn't know that a murder is only a weak hook. I thought it would be a strong hook, but no. Now you know. You learn something new every day. Let's see up here. 146 for this countess. So let's fabricate a hook on her. Ooh, she has a lot of claims. She only has this one county, but she has a claim on the entire Duchy of Amdo. And I think most of the stuff within it. Yeah, most of the counties within the duchy she has a claim on. Ooh, hasn't fallen apart, has it? No, it hasn't. It's still there. I just control-clicked it. That's why I could see all the little duchies and counties within it. Okay, so the Countess Taramo. Let's see. Outcast. Chatis. The Thief. Also Chatis. Although I could use her Marshal and... What other position does he have? Marshal and Physician. Ooh, that's not good. She leads her armies and pokes her with needles. So he would be a 29 thief. infiltrator. Oh, he would be a 35 infiltrator. And then Shati's 32. Okay, so if I use Shatis as the footpad and him as the infiltrator, then that leaves my player heir as a thief and Tokarma as the outcast. She is a dwarf, so she would be even more in line with his description. Someone who, you know, no one questions why a wretch languishes in the shadows or how a beggar chooses which window to wait under. So I think having her as the outcast and then having my player heir, son, and spy master +1. What else is he? Oh, and friend. So he can be the thief, and that gets me to 95%. And then the infiltrator can be her marshal and doctor. And now each phase is 56 days. And then Shatis can be the footpad, and that reduces the phase to 24 days. The minimum speed is 10, so I could get it down as far down as 10 days per phase, but unfortunately my agents aren't that good. And also, unfortunately, I think this is the first fabricate a hook scheme where I've used more than one of my own courtiers as agents. I have 3 of the 4 are from my own court. Most of them are like this one, where I use this guy's concubine, I use his spy master, and then I use his doctor. This one doesn't even have a single person from my court involved in the scheme. But yeah, this will take 2 months for the scheme to be able to execute. This one will take 24 days. So just over 3 weeks. So I'm probably going to execute this one first. Let's unpause. And I think there was something else I'm waiting for to happen. Oh, a blackmail. There's a blackmail that needs to be accepted. And he did so. So let's demand payment. 50 gold. Thank you. And who are you? The Count of Zedoy. Oh, I need to control click the Duchy of Amdo as well, so I can see everything inside of it. So now I have Amdo itself, the guy who holds the duchy. I think I've already... No, I haven't, because he's 157 gold in debt, so I haven't had a chance to blackmail him. However, the County of Chumarho, this guy has 132 gold. So let's fabricate a hook. Oh, I can't. Not yet. You're next, though, buddy. Let me pin you. Just so that I remember that you're next. 20 days until this phase. She used her weak hook to become my marshal. This is the problem about giving people hooks on you. So I cannot fire her. I only married you. Oh no, this was for demanding her she convert. I only demanded she convert so that I can marry her. And I only married her so I can take the city. So now that you've done this, it's time for you to die. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, you are so lucky you're about to die, though. And then once she dies, I think her city will go to me, or at the very least, it'll be empty for a split second while the game calculates what to do. And in that second, I will give the city to one of my daughters. Or one of my sons? No, one of my daughters. One of my sons? We'll look at the succession list after, when it comes to it. But first, 12 days before I can kill you. She's 65 and she's obese with poor health. The obesity is giving her poor health. Yeah. So I only married her for her city. She was the last vassal left over from the previous rulers. And so let's hurry and do this so that we can kill her. Execute the scheme, seize the moment, a daring rescue. Not out of fear, but out of gratitude. Oh, this is the bandit one, so it cost me 50 gold. Yeah, it cost me 50 gold. So now I have to hope that when I demand payment for the hook, that she'll give me 50 gold for the hook. Yeah, okay. So I did all of that for nothing. and it even wasted time that could be better used killing my third wife. Okay, we should be back. Yeah, everything should be back. Just a quick network loss there for a second. OBS did not want to connect to Twitch. But that's solved. We get like 2 or 3 of these every stream now. So there's really not much I can do about it. I think I caught... what was I doing before that went down? I was looking at her martial stat and I said it's not that bad at 17. It's still, the game still counts it as excellent. But if you look at Shatri here, who I think was my martial, he has 25 martial. Or was it Vipang or Dharmapala? It was one of these 3. Was it Gyaltshin? No, it was not Gyaltshin. But it was one of these 3. I think it was Shatri. Or no, I think it was Thipang. Because he has 20 prowess. Shatri has 27. No, it was Shatri. Shatri. I remember now. Shatri was my martial. Yeah, and his is 25. So even though hers is 17, which is not bad, I mean, 25 is much better. So let's kill her. Let's get some agents involved. Even without the agents, it'd only take 44 days per phase. So let's hire some assassins. My son, I'm sure, would be more than glad to kill my third wife. Because I'm sure his mother would like that. So he can be one of the assassins. And then Shatis can be the other one. Infiltrator would be Sisupala. Footpad would be Shatis. Okay, so Shatis cannot be the other assassin. Because she is the footpad. And then Sisupala will be the infiltrator. And now it's 10 days per phase. And the assassin is Dharmapala. Okay, we're at 92%, so the next phase will get us up to 95, and it will also give us 5 advantages. So you got 10 days left to live, woman. Should never have forced yourself onto my console, because that just reminded me that you existed. Oh, accidentally hit E. Let's control-click the kingdom again, so that we can see the counties we're currently trying to fabricate hooks within. Okay, so 10 days. Okay, let's execute this scheme. Seize the moment. Dangerous journeys. Mahila, which is my wife's title, Mangpohe, is finally dead. A thorn in my side no longer, thank Kama. It didn't take much, really. Just a gang of desperate bandits greedy for silver and an engineered opportunity for them to strike. But the results have been outstanding. The melee caught her defenders completely off guard, allowing one of the cutthroats to get the bastard right through the eye. I have covered my tracks well, and if anyone suspects me of being behind the attack, then they do not dare to say it out loud. Ha! Perhaps commoners are not so useless after all. My alliance with her has expired. Did she even have any soldiers? She owned one little city, which existed within my kingdom. But now who has the city? Ooh, someone else has the city. Which is unfortunate, but he is of my religion. And so what I could do is, because he's lowborn, I can marry him matrilineally, and he is robust, so that is an inheritable trait. So I can marry him matrilineally to my daughter here, who's intelligent and does not have any other trait. He is calm, trusting, gregarious. So he is a great husband, an honorable altruist. Yeah, so if I marry him matrilineally to my daughter. Okay, and now that city will belong to my house. And now so he can remain the vassal there, and every single member. Ooh, I did not know possessed can get passed down. That is epilepsy. So I guess this is a lack of my knowledge. This is my fault for being uninformed, but I didn't know epilepsy was genetic. Well, obviously it's genetic, but I didn't know that it was inherited like that from parent to child. So if a parent has epilepsy, the child might have epilepsy. I mean, now that I say it out loud, obviously that is the case. I guess I never just thought about it. But yeah, possessed is congenital, robust is congenital, and intelligent is congenital. So the children might have one of these three traits, or they might also have the lower version of these two traits. So the lower version of robust would be hale, the lower version of intelligent would be quick. So the children can inherit those four good traits: quick and intelligent, hale and robust, or they can inherit the one bad trait, possessed. So send that proposal. You get to marry my youngest daughter. My youngest child is my second daughter, yes. Nima's married to Jayapala because he's also intelligent. So they'll produce me with intelligent children. She's not pregnant yet. And then what else is left? So my daughters manage. Okay, my son here is betrothed to the Tamar Kingdom. That's where the alliance comes from. He's betrothed to the daughter of her. She only has 72 soldiers. Why are they betrothed? Oh, because she's quick and he's quick. Okay. So he has a marriage, and then Mutik and Pungsa are the only ones who are not betrothed because he is betrothed to the daughter of the Mlechhaha Kingdom. Why are they betrothed? Seriously, why did I make this betrothal? So I had an alliance with him when I made this betrothal. And the reason after he died that I have not broken this betrothal is because that she is still the younger sister of him. And so I think I can still negotiate an alliance because they're still family. And then her oldest sister is also the wife of the Maharaja of the Pala Kingdom. And so I think that also allows me to maybe have a chance to negotiate an alliance with him. I think maybe. I can't do it. But my son, my player heir, when he takes over, he should be able to negotiate those alliances. Because those are his brother-in-law and his sister-in-law. I can't do it because those are my daughter-in-law's siblings. And so that's not really a close relationship. But for my son, when I start playing as him, those will be his in-laws, so that would be a close relationship for him, so he can negotiate that alliance. So there, that city is taken care of. 18 prowess. Oh, that's pretty good. Put me on pause. Selbar died. Murder your spouse. Gave me an achievement. Death to us part. Okay. Sobar died. That's unfortunate. He was not in my console any longer, was he? No, but my wife was. So now Chatri will be my marshal again. And Sabar's death makes Kassam single. He was my first chancellor because he was my friend. And then he helped train, at least in my headcanon, he helped train my son Mutik to become chancellor because he was so old and near death. And now Mutik is my new chancellor, as are my other two sons. Three of the 4 positions are held by my children. So that shows how balanced my education was, because I had someone who was good at diplomacy, someone who's good at stewardship, and someone who's good at intrigue. The only thing I was missing was someone who's good at martial. Let's look at my sons. Maybe I am not missing someone who's good at martial. He's got 25 intrigue. He's got 14 martial. Yeah, so this guy was the one guy. But he's 17 stewardship is actually what he's good at. But 14 martial, 17 prowess, he's still a good fighter. Mutik here is the chancellor. Tim and Rong is diplomacy. Yeah, he's a 20. So if something happened to Mutik, I still have another son who'd be good at it. And wait, are they twins? No, they're not. Tim and Rong is twins with Zenji, who's a 19 stewardship. Oh, and he's the steward. Okay. And so I have 5 sons. 3 are on my console. The other 2, one has 20 stewardship, and the other has 17. No, one has 20 diplomacy, and the other has 17 stewardship. So their positions are taken up by the other 2 sons. And then meanwhile, my daughters with 18 stewardship, but she married this guy in order to have intelligent children who might be geniuses. And then Senma will now become the mayor of this city once her husband dies, and all her children will be that city's mayors. There you go. Alliance formed. Excellent. I will graciously take the hand of your daughter when the time comes. He only has 70 soldiers, but that's fine. As soon as they have children, she's not old enough to actually marry him. He's 20 years older than her. So once she didn't have any crushes. That's good. I didn't want to break my poor daughter's heart. Oh, she is friends with Dorji. Could I have married her to Dorji? No, Dorji's already married. And they even have a child. Wait, he's quick. Her wife is not quick. So did the child inherit quick? No, he didn't. That's unfortunate. That looks funny for some reason. This picture of the little child there holding the scroll. I don't know why, but that made me laugh. Okay, so Salbar's dead. He's my friend, so that should have stressed me out, yes. So should I go on a hike now? Maybe. My console is set up again. Oh, I have a bunch of people pinned. Why? Oh. So I have her pinned. And him pinned because they are potential spouse candidates. I did just get someone who's robust, didn't I? Why arrange a marriage? Did I not just get some? Oh no, it was my husband. Right, my daughter's husband is robust. Never mind then. And then this kid, he's Herculean, which is the max level of this trait. So that's why she's pinned. Why is this person pinned? Kotang is down here. Oh, he's intelligent. I wanted to marry him to one of my children. one of my daughters, but I think I just married. Yeah, Nima. Yeah, so he would come to my court, and that would be matrilineal. So that's why I was okay with this marriage. It is matrilineal, right? Yes. And then I just used Senma to marry this guy. But it was Senma was the one who would have married him. But he has siblings. None of them are intelligent, though. So how did he become intelligent? His mother was not. His father was not. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. But yeah, I don't need to have him pinned anymore. And then, who's this person? Oh, this was the guy I was going to scheme against. Next. Okay. So you get, profligate. Compulsive spending causes Zingpa to frequently waste money on unnecessary purchases. Yeah, so if you're going to spend that money anyways, might as well be to me. So fabricate a hook. Balanced scheme. And now let's look at the agents. His own wife would be the outcast, or that would give us 44. If she's the thief, it would give us 46. Infiltrator will also give us 46 fewer days. Footpad would give us 44 fewer days, but I can then use his religious leader and doctor instead to be the footpad. So if I put her there, that's 58 days left. So if I put her there, that would be 12 days per phase. But I only need one phase. Let me see, can I get to 95% with other outcasts and thieves without using her? Shatis would give me 32 as thief, 35 as outcast. So that would get that up to 80. And now I need 20 from the thief. Preferably someone who is not in my court. Mongza is the spy master. Yeah, so Mongza, his spy master. And now I'm at 95%. Each phase will take 2 months, but now I can use his wife as the infiltrator. A latch left unlocked, a guard 2 hung over to patrol, a hand-drawn map dropped outside the walls, courtesy of a friend within. Yeah, so that will be her job. And now each phase is 16 days. What about this scheme? 18 days. So we're about to execute 2 schemes in rapid succession. Okay. Ooh, what happened here? How come it dropped? I don't know what just happened, but it dropped from 95 to 72, and the phase length, I had 2 days left and it went up to 3 months. Let's execute this scheme. How many of my own courtiers did I use here? Just 1 Shatis, so execute the scheme. Seize the moment. Fall words. Okay, so I started the rumor and then defended him. So that's another 100 piety gone. But I got a weak hook on him. And so now if I demand payment. And this is the optimal intrigue lifestyle gameplay. Because I'm just making money hand over foot. Left and right. Whatever other expression you want to use. However, I would like to know why this all of a sudden reduced so incredibly. What if I hire an outcast? I currently do not have my own courtiers here, so let's have Jaya be the outcast. And now that stays at 72. Oh well, we have 8 months of grace left, so 2 more phases should still be within the grace period. And that should get me back up to 95%. In the meantime, let's get back to my scheming ways. Lhasa. Was this not the albino princess who had this? She has the county of Lhasa, but not the duchy of Lhasa. She had both before. What happened? Not my problem, I guess. But yep, let's fabricate a hook on this guy. Very easy. Balanced arrangement. And now the outcasts. Shatis at 35. Thief. Drogon, his own son, at 33. I don't know why. Oh. Here, let me fix that. Something popped up on my other monitor. Okay, so his own son will give me 33 as a thief. As an infiltrator, his chancellor will give me 36. As a footpad, Shatis again. Okay, so let's start with infiltrator. His chancellor will give me 36, and I would go from 4 months per phase to 3 months per phase. And then the thief, I saw his own son here, will give me 33, so that gets me up to 78% success chance. So now I need 20 minus 3, 17 from the outcast. So let's not use Chatis. Let's use someone from his own court if we could. Ooh, they're all in the red. So as much as his son and chancellor hated him, it looks like everyone else likes him in his court. Oh, I spoke too soon again because his seneschal here gives me 18, just enough to get me to 95%. So I'm not using a single one of my courtiers. So then for the footpad, let's use Shatis. And that'll go from 3 months down to 34 days per phase. And I only need 1 phase. Meanwhile, up here, we have 3 months, so I can ignore that one for now. Let me unpause and we will continue again. I am quick. There's still no intelligent women around. Let me actually click on my son and do this. Oh, there is one! Finally, Pungse can get married. She has 2 claims. Let's see here. She's not zealous, so I should be able to demand her conversion. She's patient, trusting, and lazy. She's still 14, but she's already developed her 3 personalities, so she'll lose curious soon, but... Her brother... Who is the person in charge? She's wandering because her father used to be in charge of this place. And now this person is in charge of that place. Queen Mother of the kingdom. Yeah, the Raj exists within the kingdom, and once he died, rather than his children inheriting it, his liege just took the title for himself. That's unfortunate. But it helps me out because they're both intelligent. Now their children are guaranteed to be intelligent, and the trait might intensify, resulting in genius. Okay, so she is patient, trusting, and lazy. He is gregarious, brave, and arrogant. So none of those conflict with each other. So that is perfect. We can have little genius children from two of my children. My son Pungse and my daughter Nima can both have little genius children. So send that proposal. And now the only one left is Mutik, who just managed to grow himself a big goatee. I was not there when he was 17, but suddenly popped up when he turned 18. So there are still no intelligent women. Or there were, but your older brother took her. Instead, let's see if there are any quick women. See if I can have a few more children before I die. Oh, she's way too young. How about if I actually select them myself? Oh, this one's different, but she's also way too young. Never mind then. Instead, let's keep this on so that we can find, as soon as one becomes available, a spouse for my third son. Meanwhile, are there any children in my court who have been born and need education? They have been born, they do not need education yet. Oh, this one did become fecund. That is perfect. He's probably going to be married to my granddaughters. One of my granddaughters is going to be married to him once they're born. Yep, that is perfect. Oh, she's 49, so I think she can still get pregnant, even though she just gave birth. If you guys push it, he is a sexual deviant. And she is very fertile. So if you guys can push it, you might be able to push out one more before she gets too old. Yeah, that's nice. We got someone who's fecund. And Thangni came from where? From Dorji. Dorji's friends with this guy and with my youngest daughter. I don't know how that friendship came to be. She's 14, you're 33. Although she is being raised, right, in my court, so... Are you her teacher? No, Lagi and the ill-tempered is her teacher. So I don't know how you guys became friends. She's not even focusing on martial. She's focusing on stewardship. Which is your worst trait. Your worst stat. No, actually, learning is. Yeah, so you can't even be a good teacher. Anyways. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. I'm giving her a city, so she should be happy. Let's get back to our schemes. We have a month. Unbeliever. While performing my duties. Oh yeah, sometimes also trying to find secrets in other people's court while all of this fabricating hook is going on. This guy's trying to uncover actual secrets. This one's held by Chieftain Gurser of Gurze. It seems as if he might be starting to see the truth of the false god Sangpo Boomtree. Of course, his fellow Karwe Bompos are unlikely to be as understanding as me. The sign of a weak soul. Oh, I forgot to click on him. So I'll keep him finding secrets. Yep, 7 more months out. He can keep finding secrets over here. Meanwhile, that secret I just found is this guy. Oh, he's about to die. And he has 58 gold, so he can afford my blackmail. 100% chance he'll accept. So let's go back to my schemes. Yep, he accepted. And your son Pungse and I will be the best couple ever. I don't know about ever, but excellent that you accepted the proposal. Meanwhile, this guy has accepted the blackmail proposal. So let's demand payment. 50 gold for that. Well done, my son. who's also my spy master. Well done for finding that secret for me. Oh yes, schemes. So let's continue on our scheming ways. 2 weeks until we can execute this one. Okay, so now we can execute. Seize the moment. Okay, so this is the same thing from before. We found a secret while trying to make up a secret. Prabhu Deu has something to hide, it would seem. Lucky for me. I don't have to be quite as creative with how I get him in my grip. And so we learned last time, let's just let him know what I know. I don't have to get the secret, even though it's a murder secret. We learned last time, murder secrets apparently are only weak hooks. So let's just let him know what I know. And now I gained a weak hook on him. He has 98 gold, so demand payment for that hook. He pays me 50. I'm all the way up to 240 gold now. When I started fabricating hooks, I was down at 60. And I think in game, not a lot of time has gone by. I think it's been a few months. I think I started in May of this year. And now we're all the way back to, we made 180 gold in 4 months from all the blackmail. That's an average of 45 gold per month. Okay, so because my consular here is working on control within the county of Kozoma, not only did it lose its former negative modifier, it has now gained a positive modifier, motivated workers. Building construction time minus 15%. Oh, this wasn't even my marshal, it was my wife. Her excellent stewardship led to this windfall. What is her stewardship? 16. Oh, that is good. So now once I unpaused, it currently does not have it. Or does it? Oh, it does have right there, motivated worker. Until 9:14 it'll have this. So buildings will be built 15% faster. Should I build a building? I do not have the money to build a building. And I do not have the cultural innovation to build the good buildings. Yeah, I think these are the two best buildings, right? Royal Reserve, but I would need manorialism for that in my culture, and tax offices. But again, I would need manorialism. Oops, I don't have the money nor the cultural innovation to build in that county. So I don't think I'll ever make use of this motivated worker modifier. But that's okay. Better have it than not. Doesn't... I think I'm currently trying to convert culture and faith in this county, am I not? No, I'm converting faith in Amdo. There's the faith guy. It'll take him 3 years. And I'm converting culture here. There's the culture guy. And promoting control. Promoting culture, increasing control. Okay. That is what I'm doing there. And now we can create a new fabricate a hook scheme. So who is my next target? This little petty kingdom here, maybe? No, he only has 9 gold. What about his wife? She only has 4. How about in Kamdo, the Duchy of Kamdo? She has 37. Her regent has 0. Her regent's spouse has 0. Oh, her regent is her mother. Okay. Yeah, they don't quite have the gold. What about Larry? He has 76 gold. So you are the next target. Oh, that's the wrong one. Fabricate a hook, very easy. Balanced arrangement. I mean, it is easy to make money playing as an intrigue style character, but it is very repetitive. Chartreuse as an outcast. Chartreuse as a thief. Who would be the next closest? Sumnang, my player heir. And Sisupala the trickster. So the infiltrator will be Sisupala. And the footpad, Shatis. Okay, so if I focus them on time, then that means the thief and the outcast need to be someone else. I could convince the steward, his steward and doctor, but that would cost me something. Sisupala and Pema. So I need 40. No, I need 50. Sisupala and Penma would give me 44. So I would not get to 95%. So it looks like I'm going to have to use Shatis as the outcast. And then the thief will be my player heir. And wait, no, hold on a second. Now, Sisupala will be the infiltrator. My son will be the footpad. And now it's 37 days per phase. And now the thief only needs 20. But if I use someone from her court or from his court, it'll be his seneschal. Would be the most. Oh, his spy master. That'll get me to 94. The max is 95, so it shouldn't really be affected by anything. Wait, this is the same spy master guy. Oh, it's not his spy master. It's his liege's spy master. No, not his liege. Whose spy master is this? It's someone's spy master. Oh, the Prince of the Meshlashaha Kingdom. So this guy's coming all the way from Shashashaha. So he's coming from all the way down here to get involved up here. Let me clear this. Okay, so we're focusing in Lhasa. And this guy's coming from down here to get involved up here in Lari. I mean, I'll take it. He's doing it to help me, so it's fine. Meanwhile, this has 27 days until the next phase. It still hasn't gone up from... Why is it down to... Oh, it's because he's traveling. That's why it went down. Where is this guy? Yeah, he's traveling. Look at this. That's why it went down. And that's why it's not going back up from 72. Yeah, so let's remove this guy. I don't need him there. I just have to wait until he arrives at his destination, maybe? It looks like I'm not going to be able to execute the scheme for a while because he's traveling. That's unfortunate for me, but we'll just let time go on anyways. Oh, it's got 5. We're at 93.1%. And 5 months until the next phase. Let's execute it anyways. Since he's traveling. We'll try and execute it, and if it fails, it fails. Seize the moment. Foul words, it worked. I spread a rumor and then stood up for him. Defended him from that rumor I created. And he's now indebted to me. Another 100 piety gone. And I think I should go on another pilgrimage is what I should do with all this money I've made. Let's demand payment. 50 gold for me. Yeah, before I create another scheme, this one's going to take 7 days. Let me see. I was going to see if I go on a pilgrimage whether that would pause the scheme, but since it's only 7 days left, let's just finish this scheme, not create a new one. And we'll do the pilgrimage as soon as this scheme ends. Chased by shadows. Footsteps echoing down dark hallways. Misplaced papers in my study. A shadow seen from the corner of my eye. You think someone is following you? My friend Vakula Mahadevi seems to mull it over before nodding to herself. I have noticed some suspicious things in the castle recently. And of course, I am a paranoid coward, so I would definitely investigate this. I'll make sure that I'll never have to worry about safety again. I gained more vigilant for 5 years, but I gained 41 stress because I'm paranoid. Intrigue +1, enemy hostile schemes are 10 days slower. Or I need to get to the bottom of this, and I might gain an intrigue lifestyle perk. Oh, well, that's nice. Let's get to the bottom of it, obviously. Two days. And now we will execute. It went back up to 94%. So let's seize the moment. A compromising situation. Did we send in the jugglers again? We did send in the jugglers again. 150 prestige this one cost me. Much better for it to use prestige than piety, because I only have 100 piety left, but I have 5,000 prestige. So the more prestige it uses, the better. And now he has 77 gold, so can he pay me 50? He can. And now I have 342 gold. More than enough to go on a pilgrimage. Do I have the pilgrimage trait? I've been on a pilgrimage before, so yes, I do. Let's see if I cannot get this to level 1. I need 50 experience to get it to level 1. So let's do this piously. And I think this also helps me get rid of my Gallows Bay trait, although I don't need to get rid of it anymore, but what is the closest place? I think Gaia Lumbini has unvisited holy site, fairly short distance, slightly increased cost. That gives me 3 pluses, 2 minuses, so a +1 overall, and it'll cost me 20 additional cost. This one has 4 pluses because it's a unique Buddhist holy site, and 2 minuses, so that's a +2 overall. And I think I visited Ava before. Yeah, I cannot hold the pilgrimage here because I've recently visited. And so I think if I go to Dagon, there's a point of interest here that I have not visited yet. But no, I will go to Gaia because I'm trying to get as much piety as possible. And maybe along the way, secondary goal, remove my Gallows Bay trait. Yeah, Dagon has the Shewa Dagon Pagoda. I gain 100 piety just by visiting this place. Meanwhile, there are no points of interest anywhere around here that I have not already visited. Yeah, let's go to Gaia. Do we want to make haste? Circumspect. What does that do? Enemy hostile schemes are 60 days slower. Initial enemy hostile scheme success chance is 50% lower. Minus 50% right off the bat. Let's see what else is available before I do anything else. So I could go appeasement. That lowers my dread. My dread is 0 at the moment. Or I could go mellow journey, which lowers my stress gains. And I receive fame for every visited holding, but my fame is maxed out. I'm a legendary figure. So I don't need that. And in terms of danger areas, there are 0 danger areas between my location and my destination. So I don't need to hire anybody. So that makes sense why I was having make haste and circumspect as my travel options. Because there's really nothing else that applies. But by doing this, I gained 1 danger area, low danger. That's fine. I can just avoid that 1 county where county control is low. So just go around it. It's that simple. That didn't add a single day to my travel time. So now our travel path is all set. Our travel options are all set. Now let's look at the intent. You have adopted a mindful approach to your journey and will be looking for opportunities to relieve stress now. Zealotry. Particularly firm in your beliefs and will be looking for opportunities to share your conviction with others. Yeah, let's confirm that. We will be zealous. That'll give us, I think, the most piety. Then our fidelity. Obligatory. My faith does not have the mandatory pilgrimage doctrine, and I am impatient. And because of both of those things, I cannot be obligatory. I could be contemplative. Travel speed is reduced by 50%. You will earn more piety on completion. So if I select this, currently it'll take us 8 months total travel time. Once I select this, it's no cost. And it's still 8 months. Okay. It's at 144%. So if I do this, it's still at 144%. So it's not really affecting me. If the purpose of pilgrimage is rumination, then what's the point in hurrying? The journey is half the point, after all. Yeah, so let's go with that. Meanwhile, pomp. We could be humble, and I bring no one from my court, but travel becomes dangerous. More piety earned on completion. Appropriate, everything is normal. It's the base standard. Ceremonial, more piety earned on completion. Or throng, much more piety earned on completion. Up to 20 random pilgrims join your train. Every interested character at court joins you. Yeah, I mean, it's double the price of ceremonial, which is a lot more than pomp, or humble, which are both free. So I think ceremonial, I think humble, more piety, is the same as ceremonial, more piety. But ceremonial costs 88 gold, humble is free. So humble will always be better than ceremonial. But throng, much more piety earned. All the faithful should see our sacred places, and I intend to help them. Yeah, so we have 342 gold to burn that I gained from other people's pockets, so why not? Let's use all that on our pilgrimage, and let's start 8 months. And now we are on a pilgrimage, and we finally started making money from this county over here. Yes, our control has gone up as high as 8. Whoa there. Don't go all crazy now. 8 control. They can barely contain themselves. So now if I change him from there to this is... where does it say it's current control? It does not. Okay. This one's at 87. This one's at 66. I'm making 1.4 from Amda, which is my capital. 0.15 from Garco. Should I send him to Garco? I'm not sure. I think I'll keep him there. I'm definitely not exchanging hostages with anybody. That helps my prestige, but I don't need prestige. I'm pretty good with prestige. Meanwhile, still no intelligent women. I still have 100 gold after all that. Okay. I mean, I'm doing the most expensive possible pilgrimage. So that's good that I still have gold. But now, let's see if I can blackmail this albino princess here. It's easy, but it's not very easy. Oh, she's a fornicator. She's pregnant, and she is not married. Tisk, tisk. Truce. Oh yeah, that's exactly what happened. the new Duke of Lhasa won a war against her. Because she did used to have the Duchy of Lhasa and she lost it in a war. But yeah, let's fabricate this hook. And it looks like I can still do it while I'm traveling. Shatis and Sumnang. So Karma would be third. Thief. Still Shatis and Sumnang. Vakula Mahadevi would be third. Infiltrator. Sisupala. Footpad. Shatis and Dorji. So Sisupala is definitely the infiltrator. That was the only position he appeared. And so 2 months left. So the footpad Dorji only appeared here, so he can be the footpad. Now 35 days per phase. So now the thief, Shatis is a 32. Outcast Shatis is a 35. So she can be the outcast. And now I only need 15. So let's find a thief who is not of my court, because the 3 current agents are all members of my court. So let's find someone from her court to be the thief. Her marshal. Yep, she has 19. So that gets me up to 95. But $95 max, but I'm still at 82. I'm trying to figure out why I didn't go all the way up to 95. I added up all of these numbers and that adds up to 87, not 82. So I don't know. But yeah, she's a spy master herself. And she's also paranoid. And so those two things are making it not hit 95. Right off the bat, like they usually do. But we will leave that alone for now. The next phase, it should go up to 95. And we'll have 5 advantages. So I still only need 1 phase to execute, I think. Meanwhile, let's go to Damshang here, which we're also passing. We're going on a trip. Let's get this countess first. Have I already fabricated a hook on her? No, I have not. She has 47 gold. It's not quite 50. Her husband has 67. So let's fabricate a hook on her husband instead. Even though he's not the one in power. His wife has the title. But we'll fabricate a hook on him because he has the money. And so I'll cast Prabhavati Gupta. The thief. Denpo, his own spy master, so that's good. Wait, Denpo? Spy master and doctor. Of his wife. So the actual title holder. So he doesn't care about her husband. For all we know, he might have wanted to be her husband. Although he is 66 years old. And she's only 28. But yeah, he could be the thief. As long as he doesn't appear anywhere else. And he does. He could be the infiltrator. Or the footpad. Where would he be most useful? Let's see. Vijaya, 32. He can be the footpad. No, wait. If I use this guy as the footpad. Sering. Vijaya. 24 as the infiltrator. And 32 as the footpad. So she will be the outcast. No. Yes. If she is the outcast, I'm already at 84%. So I don't need him to be then the thief. So he could be the footpad where he gives me 40 days. And the second place Sering would give me 27. So that's a total of 67 days. If I use him as the infiltrator, though, that's 33. And then Vijaya's 32 will give me 65 days. Yeah, so he's better off being the footpad. 2 months per phase. And then Sering could be the infiltrator. 38 days per phase. And now I'm using 2 courtiers of mine. So the thief can be someone from his court. They only need 11. Nope. He's not willing. And yep, this spy master from Melechachaha again. But I don't even need him. I can use this guy's from the Chola Kingdom. Or this person's from the Mansukani Raj. Where is the Mansukani Raj? Is that in U? Now I'll just use this marshal from the Chola Kingdom. And now I'm at 95%, and that's 2 schemes. And now we will continue our travel. Let's see. I think the schemes will not pause. I think they'll continue. So let's unpause the game. Yep, the schemes are continuing. And my son became my regent. And we began power sharing because I'm no longer in the capital. So now my son stayed in the capital and he is running the kingdom. Which is unfortunate because he's also a pilgrim, but he didn't get to go on this pilgrimage. But now we have a power sharing screen for my regency. He can fill the coffers, so he can focus on collecting gold. Free domain development. Beneficial men at arms. Boosted crown authority. Boosted council opinion. Okay, so he is selfless. Excellent at being a regent. And I gain plus 10% to my stress losses. So everything is good. Everything seems to be in good position for when I'm away from my court. We will continue on with these schemes now. Zealotry, unfamiliar pilgrims. We have encountered many Ari pilgrims on our route thus far, and all have been pious and devoted to Siddhartha's will. However, we soon come into the company of a group of strange travelers from distant lands. They introduce themselves as Zengis and tell us that this route is sacred to their people too. Zengi. That doesn't make any sense because we're going to a Buddhist holy land, but Zengi is Taoist. It's a Taoist faith. If they were a different... Zengi was just another different Buddhist faith, that would make sense. But they're not. Only Aris may take this journey. My pilgrimage becomes more pious. Combine diplomacy and learning challenge against Shimi here. Diplomacy and learning. Ooh, she's got 24 learning. So even though she only has 7 prowess, combined, that's still a 31. Meanwhile, for me, it's a 50. 29 diplomacy, 21 learning. That's a 50. I am losing on the learning part, but I'm winning the diplomacy by 22. But because I'm losing on the learning, that's probably why this is only 54%. If I win, I convert them and they become my friend. Or if I fail, she becomes my rival. Tell me how you worship Tao, and I gain a 50% discount for converting her. Or I convert to Zengi. No, I'm not doing that. We are so alike, they should come with us. I get stressed out because I'm paranoid, so I'm not going to do this. So let's take the chance. Diplomacy and learning challenge. It's at 54%. But now that I have a court, I do have the option to do this. Go to my council. My wife is currently assisting ruler. I could have her switch her focus and give me an extra boost to one of my stats. So patronage will give me +2 to learning. Court politics will give me +3 to diplomacy. Currently I'm getting +1 to learning and +1 to diplomacy from her assisting ruler. But, so that's a +2 to both combined. So if I go to court politics, that gives me +3 to diplomacy. So let's have her go to court politics. And now it should go from 54%. It went up to 55. I mean, I'll take that extra percentage point. Only Aries may take this journey. Oh, it failed. That's unfortunate. And you attempted to convert her during a time of need, so I gained a rival. She can go back to assisting ruler. That was unfortunate, but it was really the only option that felt right. One of them would my paranoia wouldn't allow me to choose, would not allow me to choose, and the other one didn't really. I think the negatives were more negative, and the positives were less positive. So yeah, there was really not really a choice. Oh, this is part of the Chased by Shadows event that's currently happening. Hidden in one of the more desolate hallways, one that leads to most private chambers as well as the castle gardens, I wait and I watch. Was it foolish to come here? Maybe if I... Footsteps. Moving quietly down the hallway, a figure emerging from the shadows. Was it Mahila Rasala Devi doing here? Or what is Mahila Rasala Devi doing here? This is my second wife and my personal physician and my lover, because I seduced her during a seduce scheme. This isn't good. I will confront her immediately. If she is involved in a scheme, I will expose it. If not, my attempt at rooting out the spy fails. So if she's doing a scheme, then all is good. 100% chance of exposing it. If she's not, then I lose the trail of clues. So I'm not going to do this. I must be sure I will continue to follow her. An intrigue challenge. And because my intrigue is, again, best in the world, it's 100% chance that she does not notice me. I will not expose myself. It cannot be her. I continue searching for the spy. Yeah, it can't be her. But this 100% is just too juicy to pass up. Because she's not going to notice me, so I see what she's up to. Dressing all sneaky like. So I think my paranoia will not make me be like, no, it can't be her. No, I'm paranoid. Even if it can't be her, I still think it might be her. This is why every 3 years I get paranoid about one of my wives cheating on me. It hasn't happened since we've all gotten old. But when we were young and in our prime, every 3 years it seemed like I would get paranoid and have to investigate my wives to make sure they're not cheating on me. So I will definitely must be sure. I'll continue following her. And now let's unpause, see what comes of that. Oop, I unlocked a new intrigue perk. Now let's see, what do I want? Do I want to increase my fertility? No. Seduce phases? No. Torture? No. Dread gain? No. I don't really want any of these, which is why I did not want to be in the intrigue tree in the first place. It's why I had moved on after I got the schemer tree, but the schemer trait, but I messed up during last stream and accidentally clicked on the intrigue tree again. So now I'm stuck here for 5 years. But that time should have gone down by now. I don't know how long I'm stuck here, but I am stuck here. Subtle desires, graceful recovery. Lovers are less likely to join murder schemes against you. This one's good. I can learn one additional language. I think the only trait I liked, the only perk I liked out of all of these was mortal adoration. And this is about torturing. But I don't torture anybody. But I guess there's always a time to start. I could get dark insights. 50% chance to gain either one intrigue or one prowess when I torture someone. Max 5 each. So I only need to torture 5 people. And if I get divine retribution, I won't lose piety or clergy opinion from torturing or executing others. Yeah, so let's get these 2 perks, Dark Insights and Divine Retribution. And then once that is done, I think enough time will have gone by that I can move away from intrigue lifestyle and go to learning. Because I don't want to go back to diplomacy, do I? Each friend gives you 2 random skill points. Befriend. You can use the befriend scheme. Should I get Patriarch? No, I'm not getting patriarch. Yeah, I'll go to learning after I get. Well, as soon as I can, I'll go to the learning. So let's get dark insights. And then I will not torture anyone until I get divine retribution. Once I get divine retribution, then I can start torturing people. Because I don't want to get a piety loss or a clergy opinion loss. I mean, I'm going on this pilgrimage just to get more piety because I'm down to 140. So I definitely don't want to lose more. Meanwhile, my schemes. About 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks for both of these schemes. They'll both be executable at around the same time. Chased by shadows. I managed to follow my second wife without a sound. She hurries down one hallway after another, and after a couple of minutes, she steps right past my chambers and out into the castle gardens. Well, it is a lovely night tonight. I lay my suspicions to rest, and this was a valuable lesson. I gained 1 intrigue lifestyle perk unlock. Wait, is this another one? Or did the one I just gained? No, the one I just gained was an experience perk. I got it because my experience maxed out. This one is just an extra perk. Yeah, so I gained an extra intrigue perk. Okay. Divine Retribution. So then let's start torturing some people? No, I mean, I guess the longer I'm stuck here, I will go down the seducer trade and try to get down to mortal adoration, I guess. Can I switch? No, I still cannot switch. Yeah, by the time I get 1,000 experience, I should maybe be able to switch. So what's my plan of action right now? 5 months until the pilgrimage begins. I've already achieved a score of 10 on my piousness. Because of that event where I told them this road is only for Aries. No Zengis allowed. I brought my son and my daughter with me. That's nice. Oh, and my wife, Mahi. That's why she was dressed so sneakily. It's not because she's sneaking. It's because we're on the road traveling. That makes more sense now. But yeah, 5 months until the pilgrimage begins. So that means it'll take us 5 months to get there. Meanwhile, these schemes have 2 weeks left until I can execute. The just one more hill perk gave my daughter here, Senma, 1 prowess, 3 experience in her traveler trait. That perk has been very useful. It has activated a bunch of times here in the Wandering. One more, what was it? Just one more hill. It doesn't even require much. It's only 3 perks to get to it. And one of the perks before it unlocks the hike activity. So it's not even 2 useless perks before getting to just one more hill. This one increases travel safety and makes travel options 25% cheaper. So both of these perks are useful before getting to just one more hill. So I have to remember that for future characters. I might as well just get the just one more hill perk when I have children. This one unlocks long hikes. Of the people increases cultural acceptance by 30%. Increase the popular opinion of any realm county you travel to by 30. Okay. So if I look at my counties, I have 3. Amdo, popular opinion is +3. A ruler of the people, +20. Garco is at +3. Aided peasants. No, I haven't traveled to Garco yet. And then Kozoma is a -20 opinion. Yeah, so because I live in Amdo, I get the +20. How about this place? No, this is popular opinion of the ruler, not of me. Meanwhile, this one has 5 schemes. Oh, it's only at 82%. It's always been at 82%. Alright, I'll give it some time. If it's maxed out at 82%, then I'll just wait until my advantages get to 10 before I execute this scheme. Meanwhile, this scheme has 3 days left. Okay, now it's at 5. This one won't fail me. Let's execute. Seize the moment. Barbaric but effective. The simplest solution is often the best. Why worry with all this intrigue and manipulation when I can simply coerce Count Choger into doing my bidding? A few strongmen and ominously worded letters should do it, really. Scribe, we have letters to compose. Act of tyranny. Subjects lose 5 opinion on me. I gain 23 dread, but it is a strong hook because I threatened his life. He loses 30 opinion on me for 10 years because I threatened him. He's already at plus 61, so 30 opinion loss. Still keep him in the positive. And a strong hook, he's only 36. So if I live long enough, I can use this every 5 years. So let's demand payment now. Although, oh, he's only paying me 15. I was gonna say although he only has 50, so I don't know if I can use it multiple times. But since he's only paying me 15, I probably can use it multiple times. That is unfortunate. We've seen a couple that I don't like. I don't like paying for bandits to stage a bandit attack where I rescue the person, because that one I have to pay the bandits 50 gold. And then the target of my blackmail only pays me 50 gold back, so I break even. And I don't like it because it's a waste of time. And now this one, where I threaten them because they lose opinion of me and it becomes a whole thing. Even if it is a strong hook, I don't like that one either. I much prefer sending in the jugglers, or creating a rumor and then defending them against that rumor that I created. Those are much better options. Meanwhile, we've passed through Naku, which is where that guy was from. And we're about to pass through Lhasa here, which is where this princess is from. So let's get someone from Sagia here in Gapo. 130 gold, so I can fabricate a hook on him. And there was another one that cost me 100 piety. The one that always cost me 100 piety. I forget which one that is, but I don't like that one either. Oh, it's the rumor one. The rumor one. Cost me 100 piety to make up rumor and then defend them. Yeah, so I don't actually like that one. The jugglers cost me 150 prestige. I would prefer if every single time I just send in the jugglers. But let's focus on this scheme. Is this his wife? Yeah, his wife is willing to be the outcast. She's also willing to be the thief. That's a 44. Infiltrator, his wife again, 37. Footpad, his wife is a 38. Yeah, so she's the thief. Then I can use someone else here, someone from her own court. From his own court, so his religious leader. That's 18. And so 49. If I use my player heir and his religious leader, that'll get me to 94% success, which means I could then use his wife as one of the either infiltrator or footpad. She's a 37 there and a 38 there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So then Sumrang is a 28 here. The Seneschal is an 18 here. Meanwhile, Thief, religious leader, is an 18 here. While he's a 31 here. So let's have him be the thief instead. And then the outcast can be the Seneschal. And that will get me to 94. Yes, 94%. What's this? I'm not doing that one yet. This one I already did. Oh wait, it got up to 95. Let's execute this scheme immediately then. Seize the moment. Is it because I'm in the territory? Yeah, it's because I'm in Lhasa. So I guess that increased the percentage. Seize the moment. And she already had a secret and I found out. So I don't have to make one up. So I just need to let her know what I know. She has a lover. Wait, if I keep the lover secret, then I can blackmail her. Oh yeah, she's the fornicator that's pregnant without being married. Yeah. So if I keep the blackmail secret close to my chest instead, I know last time we said it's much better to just let them know what I know, because it's going to be a weak hook anyways. If I keep the secret, I'm just going to have to blackmail them to gain the weak hook. But because this is a lover secret, I will be able to blackmail her, and then I'll be able to blackmail her lover. So I'll be able to blackmail two people for the price of one. So it's much better to keep this secret for myself. And now I will blackmail her. She has a 100% chance of accepting. And then I will blackmail whoever her lover is. This guy. Oh, he's not married. So why don't they just get married? Oh, because he's all the way from over here. So they're actually pretty close to each other. Yeah, but they should just get married if they're already hooking up. And he's 20, she's 18, so they're close in age. It makes sense how they would meet. But yeah, let me first let some time go by. Wait, what are my schemes looking like? Yeah, this one. Okay, so I need an infiltrator. Let me fill the positions out first. And then I will let time pass by so that we can see whether she accepts the blackmail or not. Let me take a sip of water. I haven't drunk much water and my mouth is starting to get dry. Okay, so first, let's fill out these agents. 37. And then second place would be Sisupala with 26. For footpad, she's 38, but second place would be Shatis with 32. So let's have Shatis be here. And then his wife... No, yeah, his wife can be here as the infiltrator. And then it'll go from 2 months down to 24 days. And then this guy was here. So let's blackmail Sang. Ooh, he is in debt. And his wife only has 1 coin. What about this guy's wife? She broke. Where does my path take me through? Where's my travel path? There it is. Lhasa? Now we already blackmailed him. So what about this guy? He only has 27. Linbu 1. 101 gold. Wait, within Tang, are there counties? There's 2. What about the owner of this? Ooh, yes, yes, yes. He is rich. And so let's fabricate a hook on him. Let's see here. Outcast Prabhavatigupta. His spy master and seneschal will be a 36 outcast. Keep that in mind. The thief should be a 34. But his chancellor would be a 42 thief. His chancellor and personal physician. So then infiltrator. I could then use the spy master as an infiltrator. Or a footpad. Yeah, so then the chancellor can be the thief. And that'll get my success chance all the way up to 87%. So then from the outcast, I only need an 8. So let's scroll down. We're not going to use the Spy Master because she's going to be one of the scheme phase length agents. So let's scroll down and find someone from his court, or at least someone from not from my court. So this guy is the Chancellor of Gerze. Or Guge, the Chancellor of Guge. Oh, he refuses. Never mind. Scroll down. Prabhu Lachin Steward. Is this guy Prabhu Lachin? Yes, he is. So I use his own Spy Master, his own Chancellor and Physician to be the thief. I use his own Steward to be the outcast. And then his own Spy Master will be one of the scheme agents, either the Infiltrator or the Footpad. So that's the majority of his council willing to work for me to help me blackmail him, right? That's his Chancellor, his Spy Master, and his Steward. What's the only other? What other council positions is there? His Chancellor, his Spy Master, his Steward. The Marshal, the religious leader, and his wife would be the only ones missing. But I don't even have that many agent slots available for them. So yeah, we can have her 34 here, 31 there. So she can be the Infiltrator because second place. Because she's first there, but she would be second as Footpad. Vijaya would be the first in Footpad. So it's my only courtier who will be involved in this scheme. And now the phase is 39 days long. So that is perfect there. And once I unpause, there's something that I'm waiting for. What is it? Okay. She's accepting her secret. Oh, she accepted it. So now I will blackmail this guy. He only has a 60% chance of accepting. And if he declines, I'm going to expose it. So let me blackmail this lady first. Or not blackmail. Let me demand payment from her first. That's 50 gold for me. And now that that hook has disappeared, I can now blackmail this guy. And if he declines, I can expose it. Because if I exposed it before, then my hook on her would disappear because everyone knows who her lover is. So it would no longer be a secret. Oh, he accepted. That's perfect. So now I can demand payment from him. He only has 27. Yeah, he's willing to pay 50. So I think I'll hold on to this hook until he makes money. He's making 0.9 per month, which is basically 1 gold per month. So he's 23 short. So in 2 years, he should have my 50 gold. So I'll keep that hook for now. Let's focus back on our schemes and on our travel. Let's not forget, we are currently on a pilgrimage. We're being very holy about this while, making up secrets about people and then blackmailing them for that secret. While we're doing all that in the background, we're being very holy here in our pilgrimage. 13 days until we can execute the next scheme. Oh, what just happened? 4 months? Oh, my wife was sick and she is no longer sick. She lost the trait ill. That's nice. She's still frail and malnourished, but she's been that for as long as I've known her, so that hasn't really affected her health. At least not her life. Well, no, because it's obviously affected her life. It hasn't affected her lifespan, because she's still alive. Yeah, so 4 months for this. 5 days for this. There it is. It's got 5 advantages. Let's execute this scheme. Seize the moment. An incriminating missive. By halting a messenger from the court of Ngapo an opportunity has presented itself. By copying the Ngapo's seal, I can fabricate a letter threatening increased taxes and circulate it among his courtiers. Or at least threaten to. That is your signature, is it not? I gain interfering with servants for 5 years. What does this do? Courtiers and guests have minus 10 opinion of me. I think all of my courtiers are at 100, so that doesn't matter. I do get a weak hook on him. I may not try fabricating hooks at his court again for 5 years. So not just on him, on his entire court, I cannot fabricate another hook for 5 years. And he loses 40 opinion of me. He's currently at plus 61, so he'll still be in the positive. I get plus 30 just from being a legendary figure. Yeah, so let's do this. It didn't cost me anything, really. Although I guess it did cost me courtier opinion minus 10 for 5 years. Wait, did he die? He didn't just die, did he? I don't know who that Razak was that just popped up on my screen. Seriously, who is this guy? How did I select on him? I have no idea. But where is this guy? Komai? Yep, Komai. So I cannot do fabricate hooks in Komai anymore for anybody in Komai. But let's demand payment. There's another 50 gold, and I'm already up to 200. I was at 370 when I started the pilgrimage, and I'm back up to 216 already. So this pilgrimage is virtually free. Although I would have done all this stuff anyways, even if I didn't go on a pilgrimage. So it's not really free. But that's one way to look at it. So who's next? I don't have anybody pinned who's next, do I? Ah, he was pinned because he was next, but I already did it. Yeah. And so he doesn't need to be pinned anymore. And she's pinned because she would make a perfect wife. So she needs to stay pinned. Oh, gold is up to 0.02 in Kozoma. What's this? Recently looted? Up until May. This is why it's been so hard getting money from here. It's because it was recently looted. Did I loot it? I think I did. I looted it when I took over this. No, I took it over peacefully. I took this kingdom peacefully. So it wasn't me that looted it. Someone raided it before I took it over. That's for sure. Our pilgrimage has 3 months left before we arrive. And did the score go up again? No, it's still at 10. Meanwhile, this scheme has 2 weeks left, and I have a spot open for another scheme. And so if I control click this place, nope, it's just one county. How about Limbuwan? We're going to be traveling through Limbuwan, and so this guy has 100 gold. Let's fabricate a hook on him. Balanced arrangements. Oh, he's a journaler. That's rare. Outcast. His spy master was willing to be my outcast. His wife as well. No, she can be convinced, but she's not willing right off the bat. So that's 45. 38. Infiltrator. His word. Nope. They can be convinced, but they're not willing off the bat. His concubine is willing, though. 25. And then footpad. His concubine's there again at 27. Oh, but his spy master's at 40 there, even though he's at 24 here. So he will be the footpad, which means he cannot be the thief or the outcast. But that's fine, because if I have Prava Tigupta here as the outcast, I'm up to 84%. And so the thief can be someone from their court who only needs to have 11 or more. That's the concubine that I'm going to be using over here. In fact, let me fill out these spots first. The spy master will be the footpad, and that'll go from 4 months down to 2 months. Cut the time in half per phase. Then the infiltrator will be Sisupala. No, he's at 26, and the guy's concubine is at 25. So it's not, that difference is negligible. So we will make his concubine the infiltrator. And now it's down to 41 days per phase. And now all that's left is the thief. So his spy master, his concubine, and then one of my courtiers. So the thief could come from, not from my court, because we only need 11. And so we will see who is the first person to show up. Hopefully they're over 11. They probably will be. This is not in his court, but is a vassal of U. And this guy's not from U. We're in Nepal, I think, at the moment. We're in the Himalayas. And so I don't see anyone from his court. Oh, this guy, his steward. It is this guy, right? Yeah, his steward. 13. We don't really need higher numbers because, like I said, it maxes at 95. And so 13 is good enough. Yep. See, it would have gotten to 97 if it wasn't maxed at 95. So now we have his steward, his concubine, and his spy master. What all these fabricating hooks has done, is that it has shown me how easy it is to get someone's subjects to scheme against them. I only have one subject, which is this guy, who I betrothed to my daughter. He has minus 40 opinion of me because he wants a seat on the council because he's a powerful vassal, and powerful vassals also always want a seat on the council. But his stats aren't good enough for me to put him on the council. But he is getting the plus 30 for me being legendary figure, so that's almost entirely canceled out. But all of my courtiers, Bumps, and he's a guest. That's why he's only at plus 36. He's a guest. He'll leave my court soon. Meanwhile, my actual courtiers look 100, 78, 100. Those were my two wives. And then 78 is not my wife. But 100 from Kassam, 100 here, 89 there, 63 there, 100 there, 100, 100, 100, 64, 73, 100, 146. That one is low. Usually, for it to be really good, they need to be at 60 or above. So 46 is low, but it's still at plus 46. And she's new. I just married her into my court to get the fecund trait. This is the one that had the fecund child. And so that's why it's so low for her, because the shit's new. And it's still at plus 46. It's not really low. Prabhavati's at plus 83. She's 11. Who is this? She's the bleeder. Sisupala's daughter. Okay. But yeah, all my courtiers like me, so no one is going to scheme against me. Because I have learned that it's very easy to be schemed against by your courtiers. 3 months until we arrive. 15 days until I can execute the next scheme. So, we're in the mountains now. We can now execute this scheme on Prabhu Lanchan from where? And Gamma Ring. Where's it? Oh, that's up here in Gamma Ring. Execute, seize the moment. An incriminating missive. Oh, I'm threatening him again. Oh no, I'm not threatening him. Well, I am threatening him, but with a letter that I wrote of forging his seal. I'm not threatening his life like I did with the last guy, or with the 2 guys ago. Yeah, so I get interfering with servants again. Do those stack? Because this is my second interfering with servants. And that gives me a minus 10 opinion for 5 years. Wow, that's a strong hook. Okay. I'll demand payment. That's 50 gold for me. And then in 5 years, I can get another 50 gold from him. I'm surprised that was a strong hook. Because the last guy I did that to was a weak hook. This guy. That was a weak hook. I mean, I'll take it. But I was about to do something. What was it? I don't remember what it was. Before I executed that scheme, there was something in my mind. What was it? I had a plan for what I was just about to do. Maybe if I look at myself. Was it this? No, it wasn't this. It's completely left my mind. I have no idea what I was gonna do. It happens. So let's just execute the next or fabricate the next scheme, or start the next scheme, is what I should say. That was Limbu 1. No, this is Limbu 1. So then can I control click Limbu 1 and then go into its different counties and see? This guy has 69 gold. This guy has 272. You're only 12 years old. You don't need that much gold. Kotang has 142. Oh, he's intelligent. This was the guy I had pinned earlier that I wanted to marry to one of my daughters. But no, let's just take your money instead. Oh, I can't because he's a child. I can't fabricate a hook on a child. So then this 12-year-old is also out of the picture with 272 gold. So it's going to have to be this guy with only 69. I'm going to have to rob you of most of your wealth. I didn't want to do that. I was going after the other ones because I would have left them still with a lot of money. But no, this guy, I'm going to have to take most of his money. Can't be helped. Apparently the game does not allow me to bully children. So let's go through the agents again. We've done this plenty of times, so you guys know the drill. Shatis and Sumnang. Sisupala is third. For the thief, it would be Shatis and Sumnang. Vakula Mahadevi would be third. The infiltrator, Sisupala. Footpad, Shatis. Okay, so Sumnang will be 28 as an outcast, 31 as a thief. So he will be the thief. And now I need 19. I need 19. So the outcast, let's see if there's anyone outside of my court who has 19. Ooh, it doesn't look like there is. Sisupala is needed elsewhere. Shatis is needed elsewhere. So it looks like the only other person that I can use who's over 19 would be Gyeochen, my bodyguard and champion. I haven't used him very often because he's a righteous opportunist, just, humble, and brave. So I haven't used him for schemes. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Interfering with servants, -10. So it looks like it does not stack. That's what I was looking at. It would be red, right? Ennobled adventurer. Interfering with servants. Yeah, no, it doesn't stack. All it did was extend the time. So it reset the timer. 5 years from the time I got it for the second time. But it does not stack, so it's only -10 opinion. Okay. Meanwhile, do I want Gyeochen to be the outcast? Because he'll have a negative opinion of me. But he has so many positives. It's only at +100 because it's capped at +100. If it wasn't capped, he'd probably be at like +200 and whatever. So even if he dislikes me forcing him to get involved in a crime, I will still get him to be my outcast because, one, it won't really affect. He'll still be at +100. And two, I'm not even sure if this qualifies as a crime. I mean, socially, it's not good. But does it qualify as a crime? I don't see a negative opinion modifier here. So I don't think it does qualify as a crime. Oh, and I'm getting a +10 because I organized a religious procession. So he's on my pilgrimage. Oh, we're almost there too. Look at the destination. We're more than halfway, right? We're closer to the destination than we are the departure. Yes. Okay, so now we need Infiltrator and Footpad. Sisupala is first on Infiltrator, and the Footpad Shatis is first. So those two will be those two agents. 3 months per phase, 34 days per phase. And this is what we've been doing this entire playthrough ever since we became a petty kingdom ruler. It's just fabricating schemes. Well, I shouldn't say that. We did do a few things when we first took over the kingdom, but then I remembered that I can fabricate hooks, and this is all we've been doing ever since. And we've been making a lot of money. I have a message. Ooh, I can demand payment. Oh yeah, this is the guy I'm waiting for him to build up his gold. Meanwhile, Mutik, are there any intelligent women? No, there are not. So you'll still stay single for now. You're only 18. You can wait. Oh, what was that? I did not know I could do this. I could go top down, or I can go slanted. Ah, when I zoom in and out, it goes slanted. But I didn't know I could do this. How far can I take this? Oh, basically, it's like I'm walking around the table, right? Here I am walking around the table. Yep, walking around the table. Here I go. That's where I usually stand, but not now. I'm walking around the table. Oh, I can't walk around this way. Hold on. Oh, there I go. And I've walked around the whole table. First time I've stretched my legs in years. Decades even. Centuries if you include the last playthrough. It's nice to stretch your legs once in a while. That's all I got to say about that. But that was a distraction. Back to the gameplay of me stealing other people's money. Or me blackmailing other people for money. 3 months until we arrive. 26 days until we can execute the next scheme. Okay. 8 days until we can execute the scheme after this, and 36 days until we arrive at our pilgrimage destination. So let's execute this scheme. Seize the moment. An incriminating missive. Okay, so it looks like this is the only thing. I learned I could forge other people's seals, and now it looks like this is the only thing I'm willing to do. Interfering with servants, we just learned that it does not stack. So all it's going to do is extend my time, reset my timer, and so it'll be 5 years starting now. And so let's demand payment from this guy. Is it another 50? Yep, all of these hooks have been for 50 gold, so that's nice. There was one that was 15, but that's because it was a strong hook, so we can demand payment again at a later date. 8 days until this scheme. 36 days until we arrive. So I think in 36 days, we have time for one more scheme. The Maharaja of the Mahipalid Kingdom has 126 gold, but the capital's all the way over here. So what if I just go with this sliver of land? Who owns this sliver? It's part of the Raj of Kasa, held by this guy who only has 30 gold. What about his wife? She has 2. His children are all children. His siblings? He has 44. Ooh, what is up with his face? Oh, he's scaly. Okay, what about his other sibling? Oh, he's all the way over there. Although, you know, he does have the gold, but he's all the way over there. So let's focus on Kasa here. Where is the capital of the Raj of Kasa? Oh, it's all the way up there. Okay, so then what if I control click the Raj of Kasa? Okay, it's still the leader here who controls this sliver of land. But then let's go with this county here, Kaski. At least it's close by. He's closer than the owner of this strip of land. And so let's blackmail him with 167 gold and 58 years old with poor health. Oh, his son is religious. He's a monk. Yeah, he's a religious leader. Does that mean he cannot inherit land? I'm not sure. Either way, it's not my business. Let's just fabricate a hook on you. Now for the agents. Okay, a lot of people are refusing. Why? Ooh, they're terrified of this guy. That's right, I did see he had 26 martial, 28 prowess. And his dread is at 20. Most people have it around 0. Like his liege is at 20, but if you look at his wife, no, none there, because he's not a leader. Hold on. Look at my dread. It's at 22. Oh, so I guess 20 isn't that high. It is high. It's not 0, so obviously it's high, but it's not uncommon is the correct word there. But yeah, let's look at the agents. They're all refusing because this guy's scary. Pema, my courtier, is at 20. And Dharmapala, my champion, is at 18. So it's going to have to be them two. That was for outcasts. What about for thief? Yeah, all the usual suspects are too scared. Prabhavati Gupta, Vijaya, Tsering, too scared. She can be there. That's 27. Bakula Mahadevi. Is she anywhere else? The best infiltrator is Devavati. Oh, his marshal would be there. That's 19. Footpad. Dorji. Did I not see Dorji somewhere else? No. He's third here. But Bakula Mahadevi doesn't appear anywhere else, so she will be the thief. Because she doesn't even appear in Outcast. So Bakula Mahadevi will be the thief. And I'm at 72%, so I need 23 from the Outcast to get up to 95. Doesn't look like I'm going to get that 23. Pema's at 20. That's the best I can get. So we're going to have a 92% success chance. And then the infiltrator, let's see here. Devavati gives me a 22. The footpad, Dorji gives me 30. Okay. So that'll get it down to 2 months. Oh no, it's still at 3 months. Devavati, 22 days. That gets me down to 39 days. The pilgrimage begins in 36. I would have liked to end all of my schemes before I start being all pious at a pilgrimage. But it looks like there's going to be a 3-day period there where I'm at my pilgrimage and trying to scheme. This guy's has gone down. Why? Elam, where is this? Oh, it's because I left his country. When I was in his country, it was at 95. I think I just left his country. So that's why it went down. Oh, well, there's 8 days left. So I'm going to execute it anyways. A couple things just happened. First, let's execute this scheme. Even though it's at 82%, seize the moment. An incriminating missive. So it's the same one again. Interfering with servants. Again, doesn't stack, but the timer has been reset again. 5 years from now, it will expire. And it's a strong hook again. Okay, I like this. So let's demand payment. He has 70 gold. We'll take 50. He has 20 left. We'll come back in 5 years and ask for some more. Adulterer. Okay, so I'm done with him. I'm not going to create a new scheme. Because again, while I'm at my pilgrimage, I just want to be pious and nothing else. So we can clear this. And then a couple things happened while I was out there. My spy master finished his finding secret scheme, which he's doing over here, the capital of Guge. But he did uncover a secret, which means that there's more stuff to find there. And so he will continue finding secrets there for another 6 more months. And then this secret, this guy's a non-believer. My spy master's excellent intrigue skill led to this windfall. I wonder why that word exists, windfall. It's a strange word. And it's commonly used. I mean, it's not everyday used, but it is a common word. I'm just wondering where that came from. Because if it was windfall without the D, that would make sense because it's when something good happens, so you're winning. But it's not windfall, it's windfall. So what about the wind is so good when it falls? I'm going to look it up. You know what? That's going to bother me. Let's go here. Origin of windfall. The term windfall originates from Middle English, referring to something blown down by the wind, specifically trees or fruit. Okay, that makes more sense. That was the AI that told me that, though. Let's look at the actual dictionary, Merriam-Webster. A windfall means an unexpected or sudden acquisition. Yes. Financial windfall. Original definition. The original meaning concerns something such as a tree or fruit from a branch knocked down by the wind. Okay. That makes sense now. You learn something new every day. Now let's blackmail this guy. 80% chance he'll accept. On pause. Pause. He accepted. Oh wait, he has 0 gold. I would invite him to court with that hook, but he's not really good. He has no inheritable trait, so I can't marry him to anyone. I mean, he's honest and patient. What should I use this hook for? What language does he speak? Shaz Turkish. It's moderate difficulty, so that's not even worth it. What do I arrange a marriage? No. His parents are also wandering guests. His sibling is a guest. Are his parents at least worth it? No, none of them are worth it. So... Ooh, my tummy's rumbling. Looks like I'm starting to get hungry. That hook is useless. There's 0 I can do with this hook. I should have realized. I've been so lucky because, or not lucky, but because of all the fabricate hook schemes I've been doing, I always select someone with a lot of gold. So when I actually got a secret, I just assumed he had gold. I should have looked here before fabricating all these hooks. I did always look for the gold before deciding whether to blackmail or expose the secret. But because of all the fabricate hook schemes, I got out of the habit of looking for how much gold the guy had. So there's nothing I could do with this hook. I just wasted that. I mean, if I expose the secret, I don't think I'll gain prestige anymore. Oh, he's up to 29 gold. Are there any intelligent women? No, there are not. Control's going up slowly but surely. Yeah, so you're useless. Maybe that hook will come in handy at some point in the future. You're only 26. So one can only hope. Okay, we will arrive at the pilgrimage in 24 days. Ugh. What just popped up? Regent was unsuccessful. He spent 100 piety, and this was an abuse of power. Caused tense strife with his peer vassals. Does he have peer vassals? I don't think he does. Oh, he has a rival. Who's this guy? Follower. That means he was with me when I was an adventurer. He was in my camp. Oh, he's married to my former chief cook. This is why she's obese, because she was my chief cook when we had a camp. And isn't it, always the case where chefs and cooks always put on a little bit of weight because they're always eating, they have to taste their food. But yeah, that was unfortunate for him. Does not affect my regency in any way whatsoever. It just doesn't fill my coffers. I'm starting to lose my voice. Oh, this is a pilgrimage event. Hold on, let me take some water before I read this. Okay, Critical Biku. Along the pilgrim's path, I see many wanderers, those who have abandoned the world and freed themselves from all worldly attachments. Today, an elderly wanderer eyes my entourage as he walks beside me. You bring too much with you. To achieve enlightenment, you must cast off your worldly possessions like me and travel in naught but simple robes. Okay, because of my learning skill, I can turn it back and be like, but it is against Rita for a Prabhu to travel in austerity, because I am a Prabhu. That is my title. My pilgrimage becomes more pious. I gain 150 prestige, 50 piety, and 10 experience in my pilgrim trait. Do I have any experience? I currently have 5. Or I can manage that, at least for this journey, and my pilgrimage becomes more pious and I gain 100 piety. So the only difference between first and second options is that this second option gives me 50 more piety, but I gain 41 stress and spend 75 prestige. Yeah, so the second option gives me a 50 more piety, but 75 less prestige. And instead of getting 10 experience in pilgrim, I gain 41 stress. Yeah, so second option is worse. Or I could say, but my tent, my blankets, it is too much. I am not ready. And that cost me 50 piety, obviously, because I'm on a pilgrimage. I have better things to worry about than my furnishings. But yeah, let's go with this learning challenge and flip it back, show him a mirror, give him the Uno reverse card. More pious, yes. Okay, so there's no difference. Okay, so that was one of the events. We will arrive in 2 weeks, execute in 3 weeks. Oh, we're almost there. 4 days away, 1 week away from executing the scheme. Let me lower this to 3 speed now. 1 day. Oh, Bodhi Gaya. I have arrived in the holiest place in the world for Buddhists. Bodh Gaya is the place where Siddhartha himself attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. Since then, the elaborate Mahabodhi temple was constructed around the sacred tree, and pilgrims from all over the world flock here to learn more of the enlightened's story and celebrate his life. So I think, okay, I've said this name plenty of times before, Siddhartha. And I'm not Buddhist, so forgive me that I wasn't up on what this meant. But I assume from this prompt that Siddhartha is the name of the prince who way back then originally gained enlightenment and became the Buddha. So I think Siddhartha is... And again, correct me if I'm wrong, because this is religion and I know people get very sensitive with their religion. But yeah, I think Siddhartha is the name of the Buddha. Before he became Buddha, right? When he was still a prince, an Indian prince. At least that's what the story I'm getting from these 2 paragraphs. So if I'm wrong, you can blame me, but if I were you, I would blame Crusader Kings, because they're the ones giving this impression. So yeah, I have walked the holy path. Moving on, you gain 20 experience in pilgrim. All your entourage members gain the trait pilgrim or pilgrim trait experience. And remember, I have a large entourage. And I lose 24 stress, so that's good. I'm stressed out, so that's one of the secondary advantages of going on this pilgrimage. I lose some of the stress I had. My score is currently at 23. It doesn't tell me how much I need for tier 1, but I'm almost there. I have walked the holy path. Oh, let me pause. Because 4 months until my pilgrimage ends, but this scheme has reached 5 advantages. And so let's execute. Seize the moment. An incriminating missive again. Is it a strong hook? Yes, it is. It looks like this one always gives me a strong hook. But I thought the first time I did this, it only gave me a weak hook. Either way, he's 58 in poor health. So even if it is a strong hook, I'll demand payment now. I won't be able to use it for 5 years. And in 5 years, he might no longer be alive. So I might not be able to use it a second time. But even if I can't, the 50 gold from this time is already more than enough. And I will not wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I got distracted there for a second. Because I thought she was naked. But she is not. She's just wearing a... What do they call it? What do the kids call it? Nude colored tank top. I know the old-fashioned fogies have a name for it. I just can't remember what it is. But that is enough of our schemes. We are now on a pilgrimage. It's time to be pious and holy, divine and zealous. Let's unpause. We have 4 months going here. I engaged in silent contemplation, and that gained me 10 piety and lost me some stress. And now this event. May I interest you in... ... During our pilgrimage to Gaia, I can't help but return to the local market, perusing the wares. One stand in particular catches my attention. The merchant grins at me and proclaims I have the wares if my lord has the coin. These exotic goods presented would surely make a nice profit back home, or maybe I could even save them as gifts. This looks like a wise investment. I purchase the exotic goods. I pay him 15 gold for it, 15 gold for it, 1-5, and I gain exotic wares that can be sold back home. So this will give me an event that will pop up when I return back to my home. Or I could say worldly possessions, how mundane, and my pilgrimage becomes more pious. Yeah, this one I would pay 15 and then I could sell it back home, but then how much gold would I make back home? Probably not more than 100. So I would make a total profit of, what, like 85 gold? I think I would be willing to pay 85 gold to increase my piety, my piousness achieved in this pilgrimage. So let's go with how mundane. And there is the silent contemplation I engaged in. 10 piety, lost 16 stress. Still 4 months left, and I have achieved tier 1, plus 10% piety activity rewards. And my pilgrim trait gained 5 experience. It is the least we can do to appease the samsara. Tier 1, decent pilgrimage. Should I increase the speed? We have 3 months left until this pilgrimage ends. I observed a good omen, gained 10 piety, and lost 35 stress. And my daughter engaged in silent contemplation, losing 15 stress and gaining 10 piety. I lead a communal prayer. I'll read that after this event ends. Lost in translation. As I stroll around the streets of Gaia, I stop in front of a small temple. The building is comparatively bland and humble, but a small crowd of pilgrims has gathered in front of it. When I move in closer, I realize they are scratching their heads trying to make sense of the plaque next to one of the guardian statues, written in a foreign language. This could be an opportunity to do my fellow pilgrims a service. So because of my learning skill, I could say I will translate it for you all. And I have a 5% chance of gaining the scholar trait, which is a perk from the learning lifestyle. Scholar. So if I gain this, does that mean the game automatically gives me every single perk that leads up to it? Or do I just gain it singularly? It'd be nice to know that, and the answer to that. So if I select that option, that would be one of the benefits. I would gain that answer. But again, it's only a 5% chance of that happening. What will happen is that my pilgrimage becomes more pious and I gain 50 piety. Or I could say, this hardly seems worth it. No immediate effects. Now, let's go with this. There's no percentage chance of failing or anything. The only percentage is a 5% chance of gaining Scholar. So I will translate for you all. I can't believe this plaque has a spelling mistake. And this is what I said earlier. I lead a communal prayer. I gain 10 opinion from Thipang. And then we both gained 15 piety. So 52 days until my pilgrimage ends. Looks like I probably will not make it to tier 3. But I might make it to tier 2. Great pilgrimage. The divine smiles upon me. Let's see if I make it there. I currently have a score of 43. So tier 2 is probably 50. It is halfway across this bar, the number 2. So I would guess 50. You and Thipang made an excursion from Gaia to nearby sites. I gained 5 experience in Wander, 20 opinion from him, and then there was another thing that I couldn't read before it disappeared. That was unfortunate. We have about a month and a week left in our pilgrimage. Oh, Gyo just put on a robe. Oh, he's my religious leader. Why didn't he not have that robe on already? Yeah, he should have had that robe on the whole time. New experiences. As we saunter past the stalls of the Gaia market, we are approached by a peculiar man. He unabashedly addresses us. My lord, you look like a refined gentleman. I know of a simply divine experience not far from Gaia, which would surely be of interest to any dedicated pilgrim. Having studied the maps, I happen to know there is nothing on that side of Gaia except hazardous wasteland. So I could say I'll pass, no immediate effects, or my learning skill, which this is the second time it's happened. My learning skill is at 21, which is excellent. Don't be fooled by the fact that my intrigue is 47 into thinking that 21 is not good. No, 21 is excellent. Anything 20 plus and you are golden. It's just that my incredibly high best in the world intrigue sometimes drowns out all the other stats that I have that are really good. But yeah, new experiences. My learning skill allows me to have this option pop up. Siddhartha will also smile upon con men. This guy skitters away. And my pilgrimage becomes more pious. I gain 50 piety. And I gain forgiving for 5 years. Because he was trying to con me. And I tried to convince him to go onto the right path. I don't know what I was doing. But I'm rumored to have a forgiving nature. So dread gain minus 10%. Stress gain minus 10%. And general opinion plus 10. So that's good. No negatives from that. And I have reached tier 2. Great pilgrimage. The divine smiles upon me. I preached the wrath of Siddhartha and I gained 11 dread and 22 piety. Great pilgrimage gives me plus 25% to piety activity rewards and 10 more experience in pilgrim. But I only have less than 3 weeks left in my pilgrimage. So that's unfortunate. 2 weeks now. Kasam engaged in silent contemplation, so she gains 10 piety and 15 stress. Have a week left before the pilgrimage ends. And conclusion. Ooh, I gained the wise man trait. That's great. As our time at the sacred site draws to an end, I am satisfied in knowing that most, if not all, of my decisions throughout our respectable and well-paced journey has been taken to prove my devotion to the enlightened and Buddhism. This being my second pilgrimage, I can't help but compare it to my previous visit to Ava in all its holiness. I'm also thrilled by the notion of having visited a new holy site. So I succeeded in my zealotry intent. My first pilgrimage was only made it to tier 1, so this one at least managed to get to tier 2. Gaia, it has been an honor. I gained 428 piety, 20 experience in pilgrim, in the experienced pilgrim trait. So that means I got to level 1 in pilgrim. I gained 25 legitimacy, which increases my legitimacy level to recognized. Or I could say I repent, and I would gain all of that. But I also, on top of all of that I just said that I would gain, I also lose the trait gallows bait. It disappears. I repent. I lost the gallows bait trait. Took me a while, but I finally lost it. So our pilgrimage has been completed successfully. Yeah, I gained 20 experience in the pilgrim trait, and that got me to level 1. I also gained a total of 428. No, that doesn't make sense. Does that add up? I don't think it does. I think I gained more than that. Because my faith has the esotericism tenet, I gained Wise Man and 25 legitimacy. So hold on. Let me make sure what this does. Children with the learning education focus may gain Wise Man if they do well in their studies. It makes Wise Man a virtue. I repair plus 10. Okay. Wise Man is a virtue, but I don't see why being on a pilgrimage gives me this Wise Man trait. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not gonna fight it. Let's finish our pilgrimage, and now we can return our journey home. His gold went down to 17? What did you do? I wonder what he spent it on. He's only 21, so he has plenty of time to go up to 50. However, I'm 54. My children cannot use my hooks, the hooks I have on other people. It does not get inherited. I'm the only one who can use them. And so he doesn't... He is only 21, but it's not like he has 50 more years to make the 50 gold. He has as long as I live. And if I make it to 70, that's 16 more years. I don't know if I'll make it to 70, but if I do, 16 more years left for him to collect the 50 gold. Are there any intelligent women? Still no. Okay, so now that we're going back home, we're over here. Let's start blackmailing some people. Is my son engaged over here? And then I think the sister of this one, yeah? She's severely injured. How did that happen? Hopefully she doesn't die before they get married. I mean, her health is still fine. And she's not scarred, but when this severely injured trait disappears, she might be scarred. But yeah, this is family, so let's not go with the Maharaja. We're not gonna blackmail him or fabricate a hook on him, but his vassals, fair game. Although this guy's 14, so he's still a kid. I cannot blackmail kids. This guy has 103. What is this? I've never seen a familial kinslayer. Slain a member of his extended family. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Probably because most people don't try and kill their family members. So yeah, I don't even feel bad about... Ooh, that's moderate though. It's a little too difficult for my liking. How about over here? This guy has 217 gold. This is very easy. So let's fabricate a hook on him. Yeah, that's gone. And then let's look at the second person. This one's a kid. 147 gold from him. And so let's fabricate fair hook. Very easy. Balanced arrangement. And those are the two schemes I will be fabricating. Now I just need to find agents to fill the agent slots. But because our pilgrimage has ended, I feel like this is a good spot to end today's stream because my tummy just keeps rumbling. So I'm very hungry. I would like to go eat something. But the pilgrimage has ended and I started these two schemes to remind myself next stream to keep on fabricating hooks. I have to keep doing this for the rest of this guy's lifetime because this is such an easy way to make money. I can't believe I haven't been doing this since I first gained the kingdom. But for now, thank you everyone for watching. If you missed any part of the stream and would like to catch up, I upload them all onto my YouTube channel. So all of my past streams as well on my YouTube channel. I also post when I'm going live on my Instagram. So next time I go live, which should be tomorrow, I will post on my YouTube community tab, where in the post tab, I write when I'm going live, and also in my Instagram feed on my stories, I post when I'm going live. So give me a follow on any one of those 3 platforms. They're all the same handle on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. It's at A2Gamer on all 3. And if you want to give me a follow on Twitter, my Twitter handle is at A2GMR. I also post when I'm going live there. So if you decide to give me a follow, thank you. If not, that's fine. You know, you do you. For now, I will end today's stream. Let's set the music a little louder. Okay, the stream is back. I just realized that the stream crashed right as I was ending. So in case someone was watching and then the stream ended and then it came back and you just saw the stream is ending screen, I'm ending stream. In case you hadn't realized already. Alright, goodbye.